West Coast. In a gumboot pond by the reeds at dawn, Tony jumped out all blue and bond. Green-eyed grin with a slick tongue twist. Every crook in the marsh got dismissed. He wore one leaf like a crown so neat. Left muddy footprints down the backbeat street. Fox in a hurry, hawk on a dive. Tony said, try me and stayed alive. He read the moves like a Sunday page. Turned every trap into a cage. One blink, one hop, one clever scheme. Tony made trouble look like a dream. He counts your steps before you move. He knows the trick before you do. One small croak, then lights go red. Tony's got the map inside his head. Tony, 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 blue and bold. Tony, 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 sharp and cold. He outsmarts every foe. Tony moves and they don't know. Tony, 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 ring that bell. Tony, Tony, Tony works it well. Blue fog king in the marshland glow. Tony moves and they don't know. A hairline came with the silver net. Tony laughed, said, you're not done yet. Dropped a fake trail by the cattail bank. Had the whole thing spinning, tank by tank. A raccoon crew tried a midnight raid. Tony set a bait with a moonlit blade. Not a knife, just a shiny tin can. They chased their tails like a marching band. He flipped the board with a single leap. Make the loudest braggart fall asleep. Every boast got cracked at the seam. Tony lived 2 steps ahead of the dream. He sees the loop, he sees the scheme. He turns your plan into a stream. One quick grin, one sudden stop. Tony takes the crown at the top. Tony, 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 blue and bold. Tony, 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 sharp and cold. He outsmarts every foe. Tony moves and they don't know. Tony, 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 ring that bell. Tony, Tony, Tony works it well. Blue frog king in the marshland glow. Tony moves and they don't know. When the flood comes high, he rides the rush. When the night gets mean, he talks in hush. No brute force, just wit and nerve. Tony bends the hunt to what he deserves. He tips his hat to the foolish crowd and vanishes fast in a burst of cloud. One little croak in the game resets. Tony leaves with all the best bets. Tony, 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 blue and bold. Tony, 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 sharp and cold. He outsmarts every foe. Tony moves and they don't know. Tony, 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 ring that bell. Tony, Tony, Tony works it well. Blue frog king in the marshland glow. Tony moves and they don't know. Tony, 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 call his name. Tony, 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 bring the fame. Blue frog king, he takes the show. Tony moves and they don't know.
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, lighthouse in the middle of the sea, leading you to Comics Gate Destiny, the great brown hope, the detractor pope, king of the bog, the Teflon frog, the people's voice, the lady's choice, the one, the only, that dipshit who calls himself Frog Motherfucking Tony. What's up, Autoy?
Yo, 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 what's up?
You like the new music? How's the new music working for you? Is it good? Should I get rid of it?
It's fine. It's fine. It's better than what you had before that. The other new one you had was kind of gay. This one's better.
You didn't like the other? No, hold on. Let me play the other one.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I think it's better. The other one is more violent and more like aggressive. That one is more like happy and like do 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 do. You know,
Yeah, I guess it's very like Super Mario Brothers. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just don't like it because it's reminiscent of a video game and not some rap concert.
I used to play that game. Come on, I had a Nintendo.
However,
Genesis
which
better.
holiday are we rooting today? Fuck, is there a holiday coming up? What are we at? We're in August. What's an August holiday? August. We're rooting all of August for Vito.
August. Okay.
Uncanny says the second song sounds more like a going away song. Hello, humans. All right, guys, don't forget $30 and we get rid of the ads, and we're already $20 deep, 2 shots in. Look at that. Toy from the big lifted monster. And we're getting close to No Monster September, which bane of my existence, you guys here. All right. Let me get the media ready, the shots. Toy, get ready because tonight is going to be a wild night. We got tomorrow's teaching. We got 11 Eric July videos.
11. The Eric July marathon.
I don't know if what's the opposite. Like a marathon's a good thing. Like, is there like a negative type of marathon or some word that's like a long experience that you don't really want to do?
Decathlon? Like we have to do like 10 different sports and run a marathon?
You want to do that. I'm saying like something that's like really long and boring and you don't want to do it, but you're doing it anyway. Kind of like a job, right? Is there like another word for like job?
Like job. Indentured servitude?
There you go. I'm indenturely servitude to Eric July. Salute.
I just had some things to get off my chest. Evil, sinister, puppet master, guru, yada, yada, yada.
Dude, that's my favorite one.
Yeah. Hello there. Perp comes just in time for us to play the Eric July song every week. You look so happy. You look so excited there.
I just heard you're going to play the Eric July song every week.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said you come in time for me to play this song every week. Like every week when you're like popping in on a Thursday, we got $20, which means I got to play the song. And then you just happen to pop in right before the song goes live.
I'm way too high to be on, aren't I? Because I have no idea what's going on. Sorry, Ani, I saw it. I saw it in the chat. Sorry. Go ahead, play your song. Play your fucking song.
Salute.
Niggas can be gay too, whether you like it or
not this one.
Whether you're kissing or you're touching, the right or lust, I know you got it. Niggas can be gay too. There ain't nothing you need to hide. Video games won't really survive. Tomorrow you might not be alive. Niggas can be gay too. Niggas can be gay too.
When I see you with a gay in your eyes.
Alexander Smith says, when was the last time you had a monster, Tony? I believe it was like February, which is insane to think about. 11 videos, 2 minutes of excitement. Eric Winberg says, the word I was looking for is slog. Yes, there's a slog that we have to get.
That is the perfect word.
Yeah. But how you doing, Altoy? What's been going on with you in your neck of the woods?
Well, my neck of the woods. Actually, I'm so glad Perp is here. Because like I want to bitch about something, but also praise it at the same time. And it's gonna be Star Trek again. All right, because this is like we're going for our third gimmick episode in a row, and this time it's film noir, and like the whole thing is shot in black and white.
Oh God.
Okay. Now, I will say one thing: the cinematography was fucking gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous.
TV looks
like from what I understand, shooting it in monochrome is really hard. Like the lighting and stuff is like next level, and it's like
Yeah.
Lost art.
Playing with
basically.
shadow a lot.
Yes,
So, yeah.
exactly, with shadows and shit.
Yeah.
It was that shit was gorgeous. And the reason they came up for it was that for whatever reason, this planet's sun is the radiation it emits causes you to only be able to see in black and white, in monochrome.
All right, pause for 1 second.
Pause.
What did they shoot it in the style of an old black and white, or did they use like modern?
No, it looks very, very much like the 1940s version of the future. You know, like Metropolis or like the old not Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon type things from the 30s. Think like that.
I just asked because I figure with technology nowadays, you probably could just shoot something regular and then throw it through like a filter or an AI. Go, hey, turn this into a black and white thing instead of actually go and do the techniques and shoot it and get all the lighting.
Yeah, this I definitely think was all done by hand. I mean, it was gorgeously shot. I mean,
because I know like the old the black and white TVs. They used to like everything on the set was actually like super colorful. Like if you look at the Munsters house, like it's super colorful, and then like it's in black and white, so they can get all the little grays. So
like they showed them in color, all the outfits they were wearing, and they were very brightly colored.
If you look at if you look at the Lighthouse, that movie, The Lighthouse, which was black and white, if you put it if you put it in color, what's his name? Edward. I always call him Edward Cullen from fucking Twilight. What's his name? Pattinson. The Pattinson kid is
Batman. Just say Batman.
Batman. Yeah, Batman. He's Mario. He's exactly like they made him wear a red like sort of trouser thing. Not trouser. What's it called?
Overalls.
Overalls. Yeah, they made him like wear red overalls, red hat. He's got the mustache. It's like, bro, he's fucking Mario. If they would have made the Lighthouse in fucking color, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So continue, Antoy.
All right. So, but anyways, the rest of it got kind of stupid. Like the whole thing is they get thrown into this mystery. They got to figure it out. But the whole thing is that the first officer, that Rebecca Romaine, you know who she is, right? You've seen her, tall, beautiful woman. All right, she's the center character of this. And like for some reason, they go to this planet, and they're in the middle of this, resistance movement against the Klingons. And the leader of the resistance is for some reason exactly her doppelganger. You know what I mean? So like she has to fill in for this lady because the lady is dead, but somehow she looks just like her, and you're supposed to just go along with it.
So it's a Prince and the Pauper,
and the whole thing was like, there's so much diversity in the universe that I'm surprised this doesn't happen more, and blah blah blah. It's like, what? Come on, bro. You could come up with something better than that.
So you don't believe in the doppelganger
phenomenon? No.
They say supposedly everyone on Earth has a doppelganger.
Right.
Like right now
what is the chance?
There's a guy in China who looks just like you. Like there's a Chinese Antoy. You just never meet him, so you would never know. Like there might be like an African little movie perp in Africa. In like fucking Mali or something, right? You just never meet him, so you would never know that
you would never know, right?
It's like the universe's way of saving resources. Instead of designing 5 billion people, they only design 2.5 billion, and then just doubled it up.
Yeah,
double it up. Right?
You can only make so much characters in the character sheet.
Yeah,
you got to mix
right. In the simulation, can only handle so many people.
Yeah, exactly.
I would imagine, over the years, there's got to be at least 2 or 3 people that are identical. Like, so I'm not saying like living at the same time, but like say like Perp's great grandfather looks identical to him because there is just like so many ways that the genes can combine that eventually like 2 people have to have like.
They do. Like that Charles Bronson guy. There's like a guy that looks exactly like Charles Bronson, and he's making movies as if he's Charles Bronson right now. Have you seen that guy?
No.
Let me get a picture of him. Hold on. This guy. He's fucking new Charles Bronson.
I've met all my doppelgangers. They're all good peeps. The universe is the back room, says TJ. I know there's a if you go to Reddit, they got doppelbangers where you can be like, hey, I need a porn star that looks like this chick, and they'll find it for you.
Who? What's this
Like
guy's
anyone,
name?
like you could be like, hey,
Robert
Rebecca Romaine,
Bronson.
like find me a porn star that looks like her. They'll be like, boom, gotcha, don't worry.
That's weird.
I mean, with AI, you don't even need to do that anymore.
Damn, you're putting the whole Reddit out of business.
Yeah. Y'all should be happy. Don't you fuckers hate Reddit?
Gracious says, Altoi's doppelganger kicked me out of my chair and made fun of me for having twigs for legs. Never skip leg day, Gracious. Never.
Yeah, it's in the private chat. You can put on the trailer.
What is this now?
Prepare to be dazzled.
Escape from Death Block 13. Wow, even the name is badass.
It's terrible. Some guy, like these filmmakers found this guy, I guess, randomly in Italy, and they're like, "Yo, you look exactly like Charles Bronson. Can we use you?"
His name is Robert Bronzi.
Yeah.
Death Kiss, Cry Havoc stars in the action-packed Assault from Death Block 13.
Yeah, Death Kiss was his first movie. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's isn't there like a Precinct 13? Is that what this is?
Probably, yeah, but in the future.
Because but I'm saying like all those movies that he starred in, Death Kiss is Death Wish, right?
Yeah, Death Wish.
And Cry Havoc's probably some other movie. I don't know all the Charles Bronsons. So I'm imagining like these are all just knockoff Charles Bronson movies starring a knockoff Charles Bronson, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Charles Bronson, I only know the Death Wish stuff actually. And this Western. Is Once Upon a Time. But these are like super low budget. And they're selling it that this guy looks like Charles Bronson. That's it.
He doesn't look like Charles. He looks like a wax figure.
Yeah, he does.
Of Charles Bronson. He looks
there you go.
what people think Charles Bronson looks like.
It's
like draw
uncanny Charles Bronson.
It's Backrooms Bronson.
Yeah, I'm saying like if you're like, hey, could you draw me Charles Bronson, but not from like a picture, just from like memory, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how it would look.
Yeah, look at that mustache. Play it. Let him talk.
Yeah, hold on. Bad Art says, I learned in art class that there's not at all that many variations in faces. Only about 30% differences between everyone. It's the subtle changes that separate us the most. There you go.
$50.
Oh shit! Wait, I know that guy. That guy's a character actor in a lot of shit. That guy. So it's not that low budget.
No.
Oh shit!
Very, very choppy.
Assault.
I don't know if you guys are getting it.
Yeah.
Murder.
No, it's like
Look at that. That's Charles
Now it's
Bronson,
going.
motherfucker.
You mean choppy on the
On the stream, yeah, it's very choppy. I don't know if the chat could see it. I don't care if I could see it. I've seen this a million times. The trailer.
I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. Some days we can fucking play a trailer and it's not choppy and there's nothing. And other days we're playing shit and the shit's all fucking.
Yeah.
he does it during wrestling once in a while.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can watch wrestlings and like have a whole show with no fucking problems.
Extortion charges. That judge is going to throw the book at you. We could use your help.
What do you want from me?
You're gonna be
That's Charles Bronson.
still.
Charlie
Wait,
Bronson.
that guy looks like
The dude
the guy
from the
from
Mist.
Welcome Back, Kotter, the black kid.
Oh.
Jimmy Walker.
They have knowledge
Dynamite.
about the drug smoking.
He was a guy from-
Ears, my eyes. If you hear, see something you
See, like is it still choppy? Because if it's choppy,
Yeah.
it is.
11
Yeah,
videos
just
to go
take
through.
just take it down, yeah. You get the
No.
point. He looks like Charles. Charles in charge.
He does though.
We got to figure out what's going on. 'Cause like I said, we have 11 fucking videos to get through. If we can't get through one fake Charles Bronson video,
But then what's the point, Tony? Yeah.
just might as well just end the stream right now. Timu Bronson. So how's it going with you, Perp? Besides the Timu Bronson thing, anything interesting going on in your life?
No, I feel very patriotic because I did my civic duty of jury duty.
You did jury duty.
Nice.
I did jury duty.
Like 12 Angry Men?
Like 12 Angry Men. And I made my case, and everyone listened to me. It was great.
Awesome.
Took over that room.
Did you
I
get
took
picked
over
for
that room.
jury duty, or did you just sit in the little
No, I
room?
just sat in the thing, and then they let me go.
I've only been on a jury once.
I was honestly getting worried because I haven't been like I'm supposed to be like I'm like pretty I'm pretty old and like I've never been sent like jury duty and it's like fuck and then I thought something was happening and then I got sent. I actually was really happy about that and I went with I'm a patriot.
Fan art exhibit says 12 Angry Men is a great film. I don't know
Yeah,
if it really is.
That's because
What,
it doesn't have the
bro?
hero's journey. That's because it doesn't have the hero's journey. You fucking
No,
True.
I
There's
mean,
another one.
look, 12 Angry Men is a good film in theory, but it kind of makes a mockery of the whole like because the one juror goes out like finds the knife. He's like doing all these like courtroom dramatics in the juror thing. Like he's not the lawyer. He's like doing all these lawyer things to the jury. Behind.
Well, yeah, because he had a shitty public defender. That's why.
That doesn't matter though. You're supposed to look at the evidence presented to you in court, not evidence that another juror is presenting to you behind the scenes that the other lawyer doesn't have a chance to refute.
No, man, it's another one of the Empire was the real.
Have you seen this,
heroes thing?
the Alec Baldwin movie, The Juror with Demi Moore? You seen that one?
Yeah, back in the day, I did.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm just look. I'm just saying. Could you imagine if we're in a jury case, right? We have to decide something.
Yeah.
And one of the other jurors pulls out like a book and goes, "Look, this book is identical to the book that they say belongs to the guy who's guilty." You're like, "Oh shit, he's not guilty." But like, that's not your job to like find books.
Yeah. What if
like,
he's crazy?
a knife.
That's what I would think. It's like, oh, we got a crazy person. All right, let everyone deal with Ted.
Have you seen 12 Angry Men? Perp?
No, I have it. I have the Criterion. I never watched it though.
You got to watch it.
Oh man, I love
again,
that movie.
in the movie, the murder weapon is a switchblade, right? And the idea is that the switchblade is it's got like a fancy handle, and that's how they identify the switchblade to be, the defendant's switchblade, right? And so the juror who's arguing that maybe the kid's not guilty goes to a pawn shop, buys a switchblade that has a identical handle, and then presents it to the jury in their deliberations.
Yeah, that's not how it works, but it's for dramatic effect.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Exactly.
a good movie, but like the reality is like you're like, wait, that's a mistrial. Like you can't do that. You can't present evidence in the fucking.
Well, let me tell you about this new Spider-Man movie. The crazy shit that happens in that movie. You don't believe that?
Yet.
Oh.
Sir.
What about A Few Good
Spider-Goo.
Men? Do you hate that one too?
Spider goo.
That's a good
everywhere.
courtroom movie.
I've only seen it once.
It's just Spider-Man splooging everywhere. And
Oh,
he splooges on red.
That's one of my
vision.
favorite movies of all time.
Did the judge tell you nice hat? Now take it off.
How the hell did Spider-Man splooging all over ninjas make $1 billion? Holy crap!
12 Angry Men is a well-made film that exists and is the most film to ever film, and that's about it. Tony's autism is leaking through again. No, it's not my autism. Have you ever seen Jury Duty with Pauly Shore, where they like make a mockery of 12 Angry Men?
I don't even remember.
Oh
Jury
wow,
Duty.
yeah, but not.
I
since,
remember
like,
that he liked
the 1990s.
I remember the montage scene of him trying to get out of jury duty, and he would say fucked up shit to get out of it.
Well,
That's all I remember from that movie.
the premise of the movie is he gets jury duty, and then they sequester them, right? So that they don't get influenced by the TV and stuff. So they put him up in a really nice hotel, and because he's kind of like poor and shit, he's like, oh, if the longer the trial goes on,
I
the
need to
more
make
get
this
nice
last.
hotel.
Yeah.
So he like everyone votes guilty or whatever. He's like not guilty. He doesn't believe it. He just say that so he could like stay in the hotel longer and make the trial go on.
Pauly Shore had a run, man.
And then,
all
like,
these,
well, spoiler
He
alert,
did.
for this crappy Pauly Shore movie. At the end of the movie, it turns out that one of the jurors killed the actual juror number 7, replaced him because he's the murderer who actually murdered the guy in the trial that they're on.
Whoa, and you're complaining about 12 Angry Men? That's crazy.
I know.
What about Ernest Goes to Jail? Have you remember that when he was in the jury and he's eating
Hey,
that?
Tony, bring up Orson
great.
Welles' wine commercial. You won't regret it.
Oh yeah, I love that wine commercial. Where he's like, yes, the finest. Oh.
Biodome was the last Pauly Shore film I saw, I think. Biodome's great. Kylie Minogue, he's locked in there with 2 hot scientist chicks.
In the
And
Army now.
Tenacious D is in that movie.
What's the one where he was a farmer? Where he
Oh,
had
that
to-
was a good one.
The farmer, yeah, I like that one. I remember liking that one. I don't remember shit.
Yeah,
about that movie.
he was that girl's
son-in-law,
RA in
like
college.
son-in-law, son-in-law,
yes,
something like
Yes.
yeah. That's
I
a
like
good
In the Army now, where he goes to the army.
that was a weird one.
Oh, with Andy Dick.
Yeah.
That was kind of a horny ass movie, and I was like too young to watch that. I was like, this guy is really horny all the time.
Talk about 12 Angry Men too much, and Rippaverse will make 12 Angry Horsemen.
Ooh. Chuck Dixon's probably writing that right now.
We got Autoy complaining about Star Trek. We got Little Movie Perp going to jury duty. Me, I just been chilling, relaxing.
Like a villain on penicillin.
I've never heard that expression before. But yesterday I said that I might not do a stream on Saturday. And people were like, why? And I said, well, maybe I'll tell you tomorrow, right? When there's more people around, I might tell you. So Saturday might not do a stream because I don't know if you guys remember, but I told you my boss had gotten into a car accident. He was on his motorcycle leaving work, and he got hit by a fucking car, right? So he's been kind of out of work. And as you know, Freckles is my boss's stepdaughter. And my boss's girlfriend kind of needed help. So Freckles came down to help with the household chores and stuff. And so this Saturday, me and Freckles might spend the day together. So I might not be able to spend the day with you guys doing video game stuff this Saturday. I know you're disappointed. I know you guys are really disappointed with that. You're like, man,
give me the fucking channel, man. Let me do it. Let me do it with TJ.
Yeah, let Perk do it.
The fuck, bro? Gonna do that. Tell Freckles I say hi.
You know what? It's the thing. Like, if Saggy was here, she could run it.
Yeah, me and Saggy. Oh my god, that would be fucking. You'd get a call in the middle of the day. It's going bad. It's going bad. It's going bad, Tony.
Code red. Code red.
But no, I would let you guys run. I've let other people run this stuff before.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. No, I don't want that responsibility unless I'll back up anyone that you do give charge to.
So
I don't want to be in charge.
Tony wants Burger King. Not Burger King. Might go to a nice restaurant. We might go to the movies. Who knows what we're gonna do? We might stay in. We might watch some Netflix. Who knows? What happened to Mint and Saggy? What do you mean? Nothing happened to Mint and Saggy. Saggy, I think she took a break from the internet because she was hiding from spoilers from Spider-Man. Mint, I think she streams. She's been streaming members only stuff. She streamed with Schizo Sean. So something about come watch the Trashcast on Saturday. There's that.
Maybe we could do that.
It's really cool, Tony, but I'm spending my Saturday on Discord, Sam's Club. Damn. And we might do that. Hell, we might go to Sam's Club and just stream.
No, you're not Stray. Whenever he gets back in the corner, he says shit like that. No, you're not Stray. Shut up.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready? Are we gonna watch some Eric July? Are we excited?
Eric July?
Eric
Depends
July
what he's
dressed
talking
as,
about. Okay.
He's dressed as Blade for this one, so.
Blade. See,
there he is. He's Blade, and then he got Wonder Man on the thumbnail.
God, what a...
And you're still begging the harsh business reality of black characters.
Uh-oh. I don't want to talk about this. I'm not a black man. I don't have the life experience, so.
Mahershala Ali was under contract to play.
You don't want to hear about his great take about why Blade isn't being made and how it's I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched any of these videos, okay? But I know this is about Mahershala Ali and the Blade movie, and 100% knowing Eric July, it's going to be something about you begged for black characters and they wouldn't even give you this black character because you don't deserve it or some shit.
This goes with my... Oh my God. I'm going to get annoyed by him. I'll be right back.
This might be a little too deep. The sad reality is it's not that deep. Mahershala Ali didn't sign off. Like he agreed to be in Blade. Scripts started coming to him. He didn't agree with them. They rewrote him, and it kept going back and forth because he wasn't happy with the script. Right?
Yep.
It's nothing more than an actor and the studio not being able to agree on a script for the fucking film. and then him eventually walking away because he was sick of waiting, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure Eric's going to make it into something else. He's going to make it something bigger.
Yeah. Wasn't it supposed to be a hand-up movie to his daughter or something? He's like, no.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of them. One version was like focusing on the daughter. There was another version where it was supposed to like take place in like cowboy times. I heard there was like a version where it was like medieval.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like again, like it's a very simple movie. Blade fights vampires, modern day. Like
Vampire
it doesn't have to be complicated.
No.
But let's see what Eric's man. It's so funny. It's so weird when you see Eric wearing regular clothes. Just wear a fucking Rippaverse shirt. You have so many Rippaverse shirts in your warehouse, Eric. Throw one on.
This guy's got sleeves. Sleeves are good.
He's got a little Texas shirt. Independent.
Mahershala Ali was under contract to play Blade for about 70 years. Yes, 7. And a few days ago, he finally said the quiet part out loud, and I quote, "You had me under contract. They have billions of dollars.
Yeah, video's
if we wanted
choppy.
to do it, we would have done it."
What the fuck? Okay.
I mean, sometimes it catches up with itself, but it wasn't this time. Like, at first, it wasn't moving at all, and then it just started moving a little bit.
Is the
we're dealing
voice
with
The audio was working. Oh, the audio was fine.
Audio's fine. Tech, can you deal?
I think they could deal with choppy.
I'll just mock it. I'll mock what I think he's doing. Make this a bit.
You want me to play the audio and just have you full screen doing?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Fuck, I put myself out there. They'll do it.
That's funny.
Let me start off.
Too many tabs open? I don't have that many tabs. Let me see. Let me close that tab.
Chat, how am I
Close
doing?
all the porn.
Close that one. Yeah, I know. It's too many porn tabs. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Copilot? Let me close that.
Sleepy.
You know, I think that's what it is. I got this like fucking Microsoft 360 Copilot open.
I look too sleepy. I look way too fucking high.
Why are all these things open? What the fuck?
I hope someone walks in right when we're doing this.
Let me know. Is it choppy?
Gonna stream. And then he got
Mahershala Ali was under contract to play Blade for about 70 years. Yes,
Is it choppy?
7. And a few days ago, he finally said the quiet part out
Yes,
loud.
better than it
and I
was.
quote, "You had me under contract. They have billions of dollars. If they wanted to do it, we would have done it." Wonder Man got renewed for a second season and then got canceled anyway. Renewed, then, of course, killed, like I just said. And you already knew that Kang was dead in the water because of Marvel kind of swapping him out with...
How am I doing?
Terrible.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I know. Sorry, guys.
So he said that Wonder Man was renewed and then canceled anyway. I'm pretty sure they just renewed it. They just said that was going to get a second season not too long ago.
And then
Eric might
no,
be
they
behind.
took that. They took that back.
Did they?
Yeah, they because they said that, and then when Spider-Man opened is when they canceled it. They're like, no, it's not coming back. And everyone thought it was really fucked up. They gave that news when Spider-Man opened, so Spider-Man would sort of hide that, which is fucked up.
It's fucked up. Now he's gonna. Here's the great part. So he's like, Wonder Man got canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about Kang now. Between Blade, Wonder Man, and Kang, Blade is the only actual black character.
Mm.
Right? Like,
That's
Wonder
true.
Man being canceled should be a win. He should be like, see, this is what happens when you try to race swap characters. The show got canceled. Same thing with Kang, right? Kang is gone. We didn't like him anyway because they race swapped him from what Kang should have been. But now he's lumping all three together as if, like,
Yeah, that's
see
a
what
win
they
for
do
me.
to black characters, but like two of them aren't black characters. Like,
Yes,
Dr. Doom. So now there's a conversation happening about
and again,
black.
like Kang didn't get replaced by Dr. Doom because Marvel was like, oh, fuck this black character. Kang got replaced because Jonathan Major choked a bitch in a fucking car. Right?
So
Yeah,
Ricky
ran from-
Djokovic.
Like I'm saying, like these are like three separate things, like three separate events happen. You had Mahershala Ali and the directors and script writers not being able to agree on a script that was acceptable to everyone, right?
Yeah.
You had Kang's actor, Jonathan Majors, being involved in a huge controversy in which he was accused of like strangling his girlfriend and beating her up and shit, right? And Marvel didn't want no part of that. And then Wonder Man was a good show, but like no one watched it. And so it got renewed and then canceled.
It's a business thing. Yeah.
It's critically acclaimed, but no one watched it.
The problem with, we were talking about this kind of yesterday, right? The problem with streaming is like they don't really make money. Like a second season, unless the show is like a mega hit, where it's like gonna get people like to subscribe. Like if you're already subscribed, like what good is it giving you a second season of Wonder Man, right? Like you got my money. I haven't canceled. Unless I'm threatening to cancel, unless they're like, oh shit, we better give them a second season or they're gonna cancel their subscription. There's no reason to renew a thing for a second season, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's what they took fucking Andor and cut it down from 5 seasons to 3, right? Mm-hmm. Was that because Andor's the actor is like Hispanic? Is that what it was? Like it was a white guy. They would have had 5-season Andor because it's a Hispanic guy. So only a 2-season Andor. No, but they cut it down to 3 and then they cut it down to 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they crammed all those 4 seasons into 1. Yeah. That sucked. Can you imagine how good that would have been if they if they could have spread that out like they were planning?
I mean, I thought it was already a pretty slow burn. You're telling me it was going to be slower? Damn. Like,
even slower. This is going to be like the first season, like 4 more times.
Yeah. Ant-Man 3 definitely ruined all chances of Kang being a thing. Yeah, their idea of like introducing Kang and then like, but look, this one Kang gets beat by Ant-Man, but he's kind of he's like a weaker Kang. Yeah, that was like apparently the original ending was Kang killed Ant-Man, which is what they should have went with, right?
Yeah.
But I guess it didn't test well with audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andor.
The Blade thing is
hold on.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
To go back to the Andor thing, if you watch the second season of Andor, you'll notice like it goes like 3 or 4 episodes, and then there's a time jump. That's where the seasons were going to be. So like every time there's like a time jump, that's what like that was actually like those 4 episodes was like that was season 2, and then those next 4 episodes.
That's like pretty dope, man. I think that's dope that they didn't try to like cram it all together. They're like, no, we just do fucking time jumps instead of like actually cramming. Oh, we'll just cram all this stuff happens in 1 year. That's dope. I think that's cool.
Tony, I might not be here Saturday because my boss had a motorcycle accident. What a guy! His daughter is going to come down to help with his care. Tony, so you're telling me there's a chance? Look.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm just saying. What was I supposed to do? We're chatting and stuff. Man, you guys are such haters. Instead of being like, "Good job, Tony. You saw an opportunity and you seized on it."
I said hi. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it needs to be hitting Game of Thrones numbers. I mean, it needs to be in the zeitgeist where people are talking about it. So that way, like again, so then it gets people to subscribe. Yeah. Oh, I gotta be in on this show, right? Like Stranger Things was that kind of show. Like, oh, I need to get Netflix because everyone's talking about Stranger Things, right? But like no one, like it wasn't like this huge buzz. Even like Spider-Man Noir was really good, but I don't see them renewing it for a second season because I don't think it was like such a big thing.
No, man, that shit came and went. Like that shit like felt like content. It felt like content where no one's talking about it afterwards. It was just like one day dialogue. It was crazy.
At least pretend to help her with your boss. Damn, don't be obvious. That's why I love you, bro. HBO, the Dark Tower series. Let's fucking go. I mean, that's why streaming is kind of ruining content. If we could sidetrack for a minute, because we were talking about this yesterday, and Lance was Lance was kind of frustrating me because the idea is like, oh, he's like, you would get more viewers if you made it more episodes, and like that's not necessarily true, right? You're arguing that like it has bad writing. Like, how would like giving it more episodes make the writing any better? It would just be more episodes of bad writing, right?
Yeah, no, that's more money wasted. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Like the studios have obviously decided like this is the number, the optimal number to keep people interested and get people watching, and for us to make, spend X amount of money per episode to get return on investments. Like they have like people who do this shit, right? Like we could disagree with it. We could say this show needed more, or this show needed less, or this show should have had a bigger budget. But charge. We're not the people handing out the checks, right? They are. And they're going, this is what we need.
Yeah.
We all have fucking Lamborghinis at the end of the week, right?
There's yeah. You know, why Nolan needed this his movie The Odyssey to be under 3 hours, only because otherwise it would require like another arm in the IMAX projector, like how it projects like the film. Like they would need to build like a whole other arm or some shit he was talking about, right? And this is only for 40 theaters. So this man like made the movie, like, you know, he had to cut it like crazy just so it could play 40 theaters technically in the whole world. He's a fucking madman.
Well, I know at one point they were cutting movies down because they're like, if it's 2 hours, that means we can only have like 5 showings. But if it's an hour and a half, we could cram in those extra 2 showings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
TV ratings at least showed value for shows. There's a reason a full season was never committed up front. Well, I mean, TV ratings showed how many people were watching, and then you could use that number to then go to companies that were advertising and charge them more money, right? Look, our show's popular. People are going to watch it. That means we got 1 million people watching. You advertise your fucking Taco Bell on that. That's 1 million people watching that ad, right? Whereas at least at the beginning of streaming, like they're starting to put ads in now. But at the beginning of streaming, there was no ad. So it was never that sort of model, that business model of like, we're going to make sure like this thing is good so that way people can advertise on it and then we make money off the advertising. It was just, we just need content so you watch it and subscribe to the fucking network, right? Like even now, I don't think the commercials are tailored towards any particular show. I don't think it's like, hey, I'm Toyota. Like I only want to advertise on Stranger Things. I think it's like, here's fucking our commercials and money. Put us whenever someone's watching something, like put the commercial on, right? Because it doesn't matter. Think about it like this: if there's 1 million people watching, and they're watching 100 different shows, but all those shows are showing the same fucking Toyota commercial, right? That's 1 million. That's still 1 million people that watch the fucking commercial, right? Whether 100 of them watched it on Stranger Things, 200 of them watched it on fucking the Great Bake Off, and the other fucking 700 watched it on fucking World's Funniest Videos. It doesn't matter. It's still 1,000 people, right? Between all three. And it's not like back in the old days where you only had X amount of slots on X amount of shows. Again, you could start the stream. You could start streaming a show at any time, so that commercial can play anytime you fucking start that stream. Okay. The real issue is the lack of merch for streaming shows. You can't purchase any Blu-rays, music, or even just a coffee cup. Don't old sitcoms dominate streaming viewership? A lot of times they do, yeah, because they're classics. I mean, like I love The Office.
Seinfeld just got another 5-year contract with Netflix, so it's not going anywhere. And
part of the reason is again, like I love The Office. I've seen The Office, right? And so I could put The Office on and then do other things. Like I already know what like I don't have to pay attention as much. Like I watched the entirety of Seinfeld again just because, like, again, I was like playing video games and like listening to Seinfeld because I already knew like what was going on.
Can you fuckers put on Ash vs. Evil Dead in the background if you're doing shit anyway? Thanks.
Was it on HBO Max?
I think it's on Netflix. Last I checked, might be.
It
moves around. It moves around everywhere. I don't know.
I'll just watch your episode on repeat.
Thank you. That's what my mom
There
did.
you go.
What would happen realistically? Let's say like you organized all your friends and like we got everyone in the space to like just watch your episode on like repeat.
Could you then like? I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's find out. They're calling you up to like, you won't believe this, but like 10 million people have just watched your episode and only your episode of The Evil Dead.
Yeah, that'd be great. There must be some type. He must have gotten some hacking equipment or something. That's what they assume.
I know there's an old movie about Nielsen boxes that like fall off the back of a truck and they get damaged. And so like when people put them in their house, you know, at the end of the night, like, you know, they turn off their TV, but then like the cable box turns back on and goes to like some like local like station 53 or something, right? So suddenly like overnight, like this weird station is like the ratings start going up. Like no one can figure out why. So like the other networks are like, oh shit, like what's on like 53 in the middle of the night? And they see it's like some weird show. So like all the networks are now copying these weird shows on like this local network station because they think that it's really popular.
That sounds awesome.
So
for me, I would turn it. It's a Videodrome fucking channel. It's like everyone's trying to copy Videodrome.
Which is Perp's episode? Which episode is yours, Perp?
Season 3, episode 3, Apparently Dead. The title, Apparently Dead. Apparently Dead. It's a take on words. You'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. The writer of that episode is Sam Raimi's bro, who I think wrote some of the Spider-Man movies.
Sam Raimi's brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
I wasn't
Raimi,
sure, like
another,
when you said bro, if like you meant that in the colloquial sense.
no, his
like,
brother,
like,
not Ted Raimi. There's 3 Raimis, by the way. There's another Raimi, and he's a writer.
What? There is another?
Yeah.
Cue the Yoda
Raimi.
meme. Wait, there is another.
Tons of Raimis.
Deadly says, why did Perp only get to direct one episode?
Because we were new and they only trusted us. They do it by way of block. They call it a block. Like every director gets a block, which is 2 episodes. But because we were new and we were fresh, they only gave us like 1 episode, and we shared a block with another guy that was fresh. It was this dude that made this UK romantic comedy. We shared a block with another newbie, so that's how they do it for newbies, I assume.
I just can't wait till Perp gets back on the horse, starts directing huge blockbusters, and we all get invited
to the premiere,
red carpet,
tuxedos.
Yeah. You tell your girlfriend right now if there's only a +1, she's not going. You're calling me up.
If I'm
like,
directing,
sorry,
I can get more than +1 if I'm directing.
Look, and if I have to pretend to be your queer boyfriend to be your +1,
no,
that's what we got to do. And we'll.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but if you want to.
Now you're supposed to tell me that I have to, and then later on you're like, actually, you didn't need to do that. You could have just acted normal.
Yeah. I told you to do that because I wanted to see if you do it. Cool.
You know what's crazy? TV back in the day was mostly trash, but even middle-level shows look like Shakespeare in comparison to our current slot media landscape.
I think there's so many good shows now. I think there's just too many good shows now. Severance? Have you guys seen fucking Severance? My girlfriend was like going crazy for this Widow's Bay show. Like I think there's too much, and that it's almost like an overabundance where you can't take it. You just don't watch anything.
I'm gonna push back on this a little, right?
Okay,
this,
good.
Back in the day, there was a lot of trash, but the difference was like if a show was bad, like you could get maybe 1, 2, 3. You can get like half an episode into a show and like it gets canceled, right? Boom, and they'll just throw on some reruns or something else that the network has. So I think there was a lot of trash, but I think there's the percentage of good shows to trash was probably better back in the day because there was less shows. There was less channels and everything.
Less shit to watch. It might have been different in Australia too, by the way. Keep that in mind.
That's a good point. Australia, maybe all of Australia TV is trash.
Yeah.
And also you got to remember, like maybe what you thought was trash or what you think is trash, other people might like, which is what I was trying to tell like Lance yesterday, right? It's like,
yeah,
you don't like it, but like there might be people that are watching it and they're loving it, right?
Yeah.
They're normies or they're like fucking, they're not in deep on the Star Trek or the Star Wars or whatever the fuck it is, right? Or the Marvel shit. But let's get to why Eric July thinks that these and I'm sure your performance will be very subtle, Tony, not stereotypical at all. Hell, I will be over the top. Have you guys ever seen Mannequin? I will style my performance on Hollywood and Montrose. Okay.
Oh my lord, flame on!
Hell yeah, I like my drinks the way I like my homosexuals, flaming,
colorful.
Characters in superhero universes, and most of that conversation is wrong.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Blade. Sorry.
We said we're talking about black characters. Hold on.
Doom. So now there's a conversation happening about black characters in superhero universes, and most of that conversation is wrong. Now, some of the characters weren't.
What do you mean? It's a conversation.
Some of the characters weren't black to begin with. Okay.
Good job.
I mean, I wouldn't say some. You said 3, and 2 out of 3 weren't. So that's like 66%. I'd say most, right?
But hold on to that because that's actually the whole point of this video. Today, I want to talk about some real harsh realities about black characters in superhero film and about how Black Americans as both creators and fans interact with all of it. Keep this in mind while I'm talking about all of this. I'm saying all of it because you can only really build solutions by.
He's saying all of it.
He's saying all of it. You can only really build solutions. Man, we're like,
I hate him because
we're less than a minute. We're just right under that minute mark, and I have a feeling this is going to turn into a. You need to support ISOM because I'm a black man making a black character.
Oh no, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. If it's that, can we just stop it? Don't even say anything. Just move to the next video the minute he starts doing that.
The minute he starts going to his spiel.
Don't even acknowledge it. Just move on.
Nobody fixes anything by being comfortable. So there are like 3 things that I want to discuss. Number 1, you're chasing.
Okay, so I do love, and I hate stopping it so often, but I do love when Eric talks about fixing the problems in the mainstream while he doesn't work in the mainstream, has no authority in the mainstream, has no connections in the mainstream, and nothing that he does in the Rippaverse has any effect on how the mainstream does their business, right?
No.
Like ISOM didn't cause the mainstream to create a whole bunch of other black characters to try to like latch onto the success of Eric July's comic book, right? Think about that. Like Eric July and all of his fans brag about how big ISOM was. But there wasn't a single new Marvel or DC character that you could say was a ripoff of ISOM, or even a storyline where like they try to like turn Luke Cage into like an ISOM, or I don't know any black characters from DC, right? But there wasn't any of that kind of situation. Like he was ignored by everybody. He's not fixing any problems in the mainstream. You can't fix the mainstream when you don't work in the mainstream. You don't work with the mainstream. You're not involved in that industry.
They're not going to listen to you guys either, because like you guys sound retarded all the time. Not you. I'm talking to Eric. Like they're not going to listen to you guys on YouTube either. Like at best, it's like, oh, they didn't like it. That's it. But not like what. Here are the solutions. This is what you need to do. That's never going to happen. Where like anyone in Hollywood listens to that.
Eric does the exact same thing as the mainstream. Yeah, fixing the problems. His solution was to go off into the woods and do his own thing. His little parallel economy nonsense. Yeah. Lifted just says black.
Anything that YouTube does is going to get swallowed up by Hollywood. It's very clear if they like it, they're going to take it. Look what's going on with the horror shit that's coming from YouTubers. Like if Hollywood likes it, they are now Hollywood. Like that's it.
Malik says Amazing Man, Vixen, and Black Lightning. And Static. Don't forget Static. And Black Vulcan.
Static's awesome. Yeah, and from Super Friends.
Yeah. Didn't he cross over into the DC Comics?
I thought that was just a rights thing. Like they couldn't call him Black Lightning, so they had to call him something else.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like then somewhere down the line they had introduced Black Vulcan into the Black Lightning comic.
Oh, okay. That I've never seen.
Just like I know, like
I've read some comic. Black Lightning stuff, but mostly like his stuff with the Outsiders.
Yeah, like I have read or seen the panels where they took the characters from the original Justice League, like Apache Chief and all them, and they're in like a comic.
Oh, okay. That'd be
because
cool.
I know
Samurai.
that they appear in the like Justice League Unlimited too. Like, there's an episode where like they clone Supergirl or whatever, and then like some of the other like what the fuck's that? What is that company called? Their evil version of fucking Project Pegasus. Fuck. Cadmus. Like the Cadmus superheroes.
Oh, okay.
They're basically like Apache Chief, Black Vulcan.
I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Hollywood is taking analog horror as we speak. Yeah.
Correct. I believe someone's going after Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer, I mean.
You don't make money for the industry. Yeah, that's why they don't listen to us. Black Panther didn't take a 3-page nap after the success of Ice and One. But what about the Spanish Black Lady?
To a fault. And because of it, you never build the infrastructure that could carry original properties. This shows up in a few different ways.
Video's
you
working.
Look at the adoration.
What?
This is the video's working, and then you paused it.
He said you put a legacy.
Can you? What did he say before this? Where are we at with him? What did he say? What was he saying? Yeah.
He said number 1.
fault.
You're
And
chasing a
because of it,
legacy to a fault.
What legacy?
you
I
never
don't know what
build
he's
the
talking about.
infrastructure that could carry original properties.
He's saying
This shows-
basically like Marvel and DC, they're only gonna have the big legacy characters, right? And because of that, you can't introduce an original black character because no one's gonna buy them because they only want to buy the
They're
big
having
legacy
trouble.
characters.
It's original characters in general. Like what's
Yeah.
going on with DC with Peacemaker and all this shit and everything going down and fuck. Like it's it's every character.
Well,
that's
it's been like
low
that for
level.
the longest. I remember in the
Yeah.
90s, Marvel had introduced a whole bunch of new characters, and I think Darkhawk is the only one that sort of took off. He had like a little success, but like, yeah, like Sleepwalker. There was a guy who was like basically like a living cartoon. I forget what the fuck his name is. But there was like a whole bunch of characters. Even when they had the New Warriors, like they introduced like characters in that. Like they just didn't hit. Because again, you have someone like me or someone like my dad. It's like they've been invested in Spider-Man for 30, 40 years. Do you think they're suddenly going to pick up like a fucking Darkhawk comic or something, right?
Yeah. It's also like, man, it must be something I don't even like think about. Like when you consider the fact that these characters were made in the 60s, they sort of have to go with the times, and then you have to come up with a character that's within the times. That's why they usually like new characters like hack or something computer related or some bullshit like that. It's like it just doesn't work. There could be like this kind of invisible wall that makes it difficult to come up with a new character with characters that started way back in the day. I don't know.
What's up, RJ?
Ahoy.
There's a lot of things that go into it, right? Because you have, if you bring out a new character, if you introduce him and he beats an established character, then everyone's like, "This is gay. This is lame. Why is this new character beating an established character?"
Yeah.
And if he comes out and he doesn't beat an established character,
He's nothing,
like,
and that's why. And then they always go for a fucking draw, and that's why. And that's boring, Like,
well, not only is it boring, it's like wrestling. Like if a new wrestler shows up and he like fucking DDTs the Undertaker, you're like, oh yeah, like this guy, he's now on that level of the Undertaker. But if a new guy showed up and he just gets like fucking beat up, you're like, oh, clearly this guy's a jobber. We're not invested in him, right?
Yeah, that's what made him back in the day. WCW's like Goldberg run so special. He was just mauling people, and he was like, oh, this new guy's just going like mauling everyone, like, and it became like a hype thing. And it's
were the Guardians of the Galaxy new characters in the 90s? Yondu and the wannabe Captain America? No, they weren't new characters. I think they had a couple of appearances. So the main guy in that comic is Vance Astro. He was Marvel Boy. And then for whatever reason, like this is how convoluted Marvel got. So like Marvel Boy has telekinetic powers, right? And then in one timeline, he gets into a spaceship, goes into space, gets into like suspended animation, and he's like in the future, and he becomes Vance Astro, the Guardians of the Galaxy's leader. And then in another timeline, he's a mutant that joins like the New Warriors. I miss anything? Not really. Guardians of the Galaxy initially was Marvel's Legion of Superheroes in the future. Yeah. And then eventually they find Captain America's shield, and then Vance Astro becomes like Major Victory or something. So Slapstick was the OG Deadpool. That's the character. I thought the comics sucked. I had a bunch of them. I think it was pretty good. I know they introduced a lot of new characters. If you remember, in the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, at the very end, right? There's like a red guy who's like got like a snake tail, and he's like doing like magical, like Doctor Strange things with his hands. Do you guys remember that?
Not really, no.
It was during Yondu's funeral when they got like the Ravagers came together.
Oh, and the fireworks?
Yeah. Well, and when the Ravagers get together and they show all the like they're basically all the old Guardians of the Galaxy. They're the original Guardians of the Galaxy. So in the MCU, the Ravagers are actually the original Guardians of the Galaxy team from the comics.
Oh, cool.
And that red guy is actually the Sorcerer Supreme from the future. He gets like trained by like Doctor Strange.
Cool.
Yeah.
I dig that, man.
The art was really bad. Not a Jim Valentino fan. So Eric July says you chasing legacy.
Up in a few different ways. You look at the adoration and the love for characters that have been around for 60, 80 years, and you try to speed run getting to that level. That's why so many creators only look at the mainstream. That's why so many of the audience.
You try to
What?
Eric July says the reason that you fail is because you create an original character and then you try to speed run for him to get 80 years of adoration.
Explain how people do that. Like, I don't even understand what he's thinking when he says that. Like, what is he visualizing?
What I'm visualizing is imagine a brand new character that only has 3 comics out under his own title, and then suddenly he's in a worldwide
Oh my God, you're
universal event where he's the main
projecting.
character.
He's projecting.
Because like those other characters, those other comics have several issues. Like no one's trying to speed run. No one is like, look at my character. He should stand toe to toe with Spider-Man, or he should stand toe to toe with fucking Superman. They just go, here's my character, and here's his next issue. Like, I've never heard of, like, there's no way to even do that. Like you said, like I'm trying to wrap my mind. Like, how would you speed run your character's popularity unless you have a bunch of money?
No, or you're being kind of like reductive towards the storytelling. Like in like the Batman the Joker's war, there's a great scene where Punchline slices, and she's a new character and she's introduced in this run as like, oh shit, this new chick is the Joker's wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
She slices the throat of Harley Quinn, right? And it's like, holy shit, like, you know. But I think that's some people could see that of like, oh my God, they're getting rid of Harley Quinn to replace her with this new character, whatever. But I saw it as like,
right?
dude, yeah, Punchline. Sorry, and I saw it as like, dude, that was awesome. Like I wasn't expecting that, and it was a good dramatic moment. It's like Harley Quinn might be dead. That's fucking awesome. Like I don't know.
Well, that's the problem with comics now. It's like you can't kill off anyone because people get mad. You can't do anything exciting or like there could be no twist because people get upset. Like, oh, you made my character lose. You made the guy I like not win.
Yeah, no, I'm fresh to this. That's why it was exciting to me. Like that run. Yeah.
Well, that's why old fans hate new fans, because for you, you're like, oh, this is cool. Like they killed Harley Quinn. They're like, no, you're not supposed to like that, perp, because Harley Quinn's been in 45,000 issues, and don't you know the history of Harley Quinn and why she's so important to the DCU?
Yeah. I mean, she came back and she had an awesome like slashing, and you know, it was awesome.
No, that ruined her. She's not sexy. I can't jerk off to a Harley Quinn with a slash across her.
No.
It's not my fetish. So he's just coping because all of his characters stink. Yeah, I think so. I think this is his way to say, look, the reason it's taking so long for my characters to do anything is because you can't speed run success. In 60 years, maybe Isom will be as beloved as Spider-Man. So you got to give me some time. I'm not going to hold your hand. That's exactly what Eric did, though. He sped run the car scene to iconic. That is true. He kept trying to like call like the car scene being iconic. He says like iconic moments, right?
Yeah.
He does use those words like the legendary Chuck Dixon's Right Now book.
It's so sad. He's projecting so hard. This is what you tried to do, asshole. And it didn't work out for you. And that's what you think. How come it worked out for them? They do it. No, they don't. Who does it? Who's speed running characters?
That's the thing. Like, I hate when people like this make videos and then they say like, all these people are doing X. And like, who? Give me an example. Give me a very specific example. Right? Yeah. This creator with this comic.
We did it for him. And I was like, well, I guess I could see Punchline maybe. Like fuck. But I thought it was good. It was good storytelling.
The most I remember about Punchline was some indie comic was like, wait a minute, that's my character. I have a character named Punchline. They were like trying to sue.
Hope they get it a little bit. It's not like a radically like crazy design. It's like it's even like it's another fucking Joker lady. Like okay,
come on. I mean,
purple. This one's purple.
It would be like so Warner Brothers took a name and an image and created a character. It would be like if Disney. Could you imagine if Disney decided they wanted to make a kids cartoon about a bunch of super powered cats, right? Like a bunch of super powered cats that did super powered cat stuff. And then like Shane Davis was like, they're stealing my idea. Like he would never, I don't think Shane Davis would ever stoop so low as to think that like Disney was going to steal his fucking property, right? Because like does he actually believe that Disney was watching what he was doing with Starlight Cats and thinking, oh man, they're stealing my idea.
He's paranoid.
No, I don't. Shane Davis is not that kind of person.
I do. And not only that, we could like egg him on too. It's like, hey, they did it with Kimba too, bro. Like, oh shit, like egg him on.
None of you ninjas is Walt Disney.
They did it with Lion King and Kimba, dude. They're doing it.
They actually didn't.
I know they didn't. That's why I'm saying we egg him on, give him the wrong information.
I think most of that is from Matthew Broderick going, I thought I was voicing the voice of Kimba.
Probably. No, it's also the.
No, he says that. There's an interview where he says that, like, he thought that he was voicing Kimba.
Yeah, no, and there's a writer that's like going hard on that. Like, no, they stole from Kimba. They stole from fucking Kimba.
No, if you actually, so part of the problem with the Kimba the White Lion, if we could sidetrack for a minute, is the movie.
Character, go ahead.
Hold on. The characters that people point out and go, look, they're just like the Disney characters, were actually made in the series after the Lion King.
Yeah, after in the '97 one. That's what I was going to say. There's a '97 that everyone points to, not the actual show.
Fan art says it's not impossible. I've had work stolen by WB. I'm gonna need citation needed.
What'd they steal?
More anti-Broderick rhetoric. Yeah.
Remember who was that guy? Oh my God, Tony, you were around for when that guy was going around saying that the Batman, he was trying to sue the Batman that they stole.
Yeah, we made fun of him. I remember that.
Who was that guy? Oh my God, yeah, that was fun.
Look up Lion King's origin. I did look up. I've watched a ton of videos on the Lion King thing, and someone breaks down. There's a video that breaks everything down and goes, look, like the first episode of Kimba is similar to parts of Lion King the movie, but like they deviate from each other in so many ways.
Yeah.
And I do know that like there is an image out there of like this is like a design. What do they call it? Where they do the
character sheet?
Yeah, it's like a character sheet design, or like a prototype of what Simba might look like, and it's a white cub, right?
It's so stupid.
But again, like what people fail to realize is if you go, hey, we're gonna make a thing about lions, right? Like we're gonna do like lions, and you go, well, how are we gonna get our lion to stand out? I know. What if the main one is like an albino, right? So that he stands out from the rest of the lions. Like that's such an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Like to think that like two people could have that same idea. Say Kimba 3 times in a row, your movie sucks will show up. The Lion King is literally Hamlet. Yeah, we were talking about yesterday. How you can make Robin Hoods and stuff, change them up. So, that's how you make a movie. That's
how you do. That's how you change it to Robin Hood. You make it a lion. Oh no, they made
it a fox.
Disney did a Robin Hood. It's a fox. Yeah.
It's just convergent ideas. Some of it is convergent ideas, and some of it is just the simplest explanation, right? Because I would think that like a convergent idea would be like two guys on opposite sides of the world thinking of like a superhero with like that had spider abilities, right? And I think I would say like just the simplest explanation would be like, hey, I want my character to stand out. He's albino, right?
Yeah. I guess I'm the resident. Bring Liam in. He's been asking for a little bit now. No one ever pays attention to him but me. I'm your dude, Liam. Clip that, motherfucker. You know what
I got him. I always put it in the one group and not the other one. And I always forget. He's gonna come in and school us on Kimba.
Creators only look
at
the mainstream. That's why so many.
That's why so many creators only look at the mainstream. Why would other creators look at the indies, Eric?
That's the problem. I'm the motherfucker always yelling to look at indie shit, but you know why they don't? Because it's like no one else cares to look at that. So if a content creator is talking about Spider-Man, they know they're gonna get hits because everyone wants to talk about Spider-Man. It fucking makes sense.
But he's not talking. He didn't say YouTubers. He said creators. So he's saying
I assumed he's talking about YouTube creators. Okay.
No, he's saying like comic book creator. Like you create a comic book and you're looking at the mainstream instead of looking at indies.
Wait, so he thinks comic book creators are looking at mainstream only?
Yeah.
He's retarded. Okay, go ahead.
The audience. So much of the audience only looks at the mainstream.
Yeah.
So because the creators only look at the mainstream, only the audience only looks at the mainstream.
He's so retarded, bro. What kind of fucking argument is this? That first of all, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The reason that so many people look at the mainstream is because the mainstream's the mainstream. That's why it's called the mainstream. Like it's literally the mainstream of consciousness for the fucking entertainment, right? Spider-Man being in theaters, being on the fucking news, being in the newspapers, being on backpacks, being on fucking video games. Like it's in the zeitgeist. Your indie comic Isom is only presented to people that are in this small little niche sphere, right?
And the hippie
Fox
guys.
News talked about it, and then that was the end of it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
not
didn't
like,
capitalize. It wasn't catchy enough either. From a
well,
selling
not just
standpoint.
that. It's like, what has he done since then? Like that first comic, 3.7 million. So you go, oh, that's a news story. The second comic, oh, that made less. That's not a news story, right? He didn't get a movie deal. He didn't sign a 3-picture deal with fucking Universal. He claimed he had all kind of interest that he turned down. Those would have put you into the mainstream, Eric. Those would have gotten you all the accolades and all the attention and all the fucking money and stuff that you want. You turned it all down for some weird, I want complete control of my character at all times moment, right? Because I'm not even going to say artistic integrity, because obviously I've read the story. There's no artistic merit in it at all, right? So you can't argue that Eric was like trying to no, they were going to change the heart of my story. There's no fucking story there, right? There's nothing.
Yeah. It's all because you had that stupid, because it was more important of how you looked and the look of things rather than the actual story. It's more important that you had these fucking guidelines or whatever the fuck, the whole, no, you can't change this. These are the guiding rules of when I work. And he said this shit before he even gave anyone a story. He's like, these are going to be the guidelines. This. And one of them, I think, was pretty much, no changing of the story, no changing this, no retcons or anything like that.
Eric is just a control freak. Yeah. I mean, again, look at fucking Isom 1 campaign, right? There was nothing. He didn't tell you anything. There was no this is what the story's about. This is the theme. This is the hook. It was just, I'm Eric July. I'm creating a character to moonwalk on the graves of Marvel and DC. He a black guy. I'm a black guy. They don't like black guys, right? That was it. That was his whole fucking spiel. There was no, here's the character, Isom. He's a retired superhero that comes out of retirement to help Mrs. Newman rescue her granddaughter from the evil Darren Fontano, right? Because he wouldn't even tell you that much, because that was holding your hand, and I don't want to give too much away, and I don't want to spoil the comic that doesn't have an actual story in it, right?
LARPing. He's just LARPing.
Yeah, again, all his success, and Eric hates it, his fans hate it, but it's the truth. His success from Isom 1 all came from his political commentary and all that. People were supporting him.
I think his charisma too. Just be honest too. He had a lot of people. He was the guy of that group, right? Of the Zeros and shit.
Well, I'm saying that group, whether he has charisma or not, if he wasn't doing that, right?
Yeah.
That's the space that he was in. He was in the right wing griftosphere, and so they propped him up and go, look, he's making a comic. You should support this guy who's making a comic because he hates the mainstream just like you.
Yeah.
He should have made a rip a coin and rug pulled everyone. He could have been like Hawk to a girl, right? If you I know a lot of people don't like Haley Welch, and she did a lot of shitty things like Hawk to a coin or whatever, right? But if anyone capitalized on that success, she had 5 minutes of fame. She said Hawk to a spin on that thing, and she turned that into a fucking podcast, fucking coin. She was in fucking making Super Bowl appearances and shit, right? She took her 5 minutes and ran with that bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Eric took his 5 minutes and then took a nap. Can't find the link. The link is in the grid. It's literally under the thing you posted. You said how long until the show. Got a link. It's right there. It's right underneath that comment that you made, Liam.
Please, Eric, you're so dumb. He's so dumb. Every time, too. I was like, you know what? I'm always thinking. I think Eric's done. It's a good for him. He kind of won moment. He's in the mainstream, but at the same time, it's I felt like he got super pushed into that direction. Everything is hey, do this, do that. He learned the hard way to do it, right? But eventually he got there, and I think he learned his shit. He's still saying stupid shit, obviously, but it's a job well done. Let's leave him alone. And then I hear this shit, and it's fuck, man, he's so dumb.
Eric doesn't want to believe that was his only audience. Yeah, I know. He wants to cope. He's coping and season over. What's up, Liam?
I've got an article with citation and everything written for Total Conquest about the Jungle Emperor Leo Lion King thing, because I'm a lifelong Tezuka fan, and I've seen all of the YouTube documentaries you're talking about, and a lot of them are self-referential. They omit certain key production notes. They omit the meeting of Disney and Tetsuka that happened in '76, I think it was, where he was specially hosted. They ignore the fact that Jungle Emperor Leo's production notes were first sort of announced to the Japanese media in 1992, before the production on Lion King had even been, like, anyone was even working on it, as well as the fact that they had voice actors and other people come out and expressly reference Simba as the name Kimba, and the original concept art being, a couple of them mention the concept art originally being a white lion before Disney changed it. Now, I'm not saying they're the exact same story. They're definitely not. There's huge differences, but I do want to express that there definitely was a conspiracy to cover up the influence that Kimba had on the development of The Lion King, and statements like Disney coming out and saying no one working on this movie or anything like that even knew of Kimba's existence is completely unrealistic for 1990s animators to have never heard of Kimba.
Yeah.
And deceptive and untrue. Like I said, it's all in the article with citations, references, everything you'll be able to find when that gets out, which will be soon by the looks of it. And yeah,
I would assume, Liam, that Disney probably wanted to license it, had them start work on it, went over to have a meeting to get the license, didn't get it, and they were like, shit, scrap that stuff and fucking restart.
No, I'm not sure if there is any evidence of that. I've never seen it. I do know that so basically there's a real dirty story that sort of is one of those
Dirty Cinemax or dirty HBO The Wire?
Dirty Hollywood, like
I like those kind of stories.
So basically,
that could go either way,
You'll learn about it when you read the article in Total Conquest. But Disney intentionally blocked the release of Jungle Emperor Leo, deliberately stalling its release outside of Japan and delaying their production for nearly a year and a half, 2 years, so that it wouldn't essentially, be able to compete or be a competitor. They suppressed it with lawyers. And it was a difficult time because essentially Tezuka, who had met with Disney, was a massive fan of met with Walt Disney, just to be clear. He was a massive fan, and Disney was a big influence on him, and he wanted to have a friendly, hospitable relationship with the company. But Disney really went hard at Tetsuka Productions with their lawyers suppressing the film's release from even being done, which, if there was no connection or relation to Lion King, there would certainly be no need for all of this extra hassle that they gave them.
Liam, this all sounds good, but it sounds like you're slandering Disney, who does nothing wrong.
Yeah, don't do that in front of me.
As someone who's a lifelong Disney fan and knows that Disney can do no wrong,
I'm in a Disney gang. Stop it.
Feels like you're slandering them. That feels like a lawsuit waiting to happen, Liam.
All right. Well, if Disney comes knocking on my door, they can take it up with the citations and stuff, and you guys can read all about this.
Call it a joke, Liam. Calm down.
No, I know. I'm just covering my ass now. I have citations for all of this, and you can go check it out. I think that the honest thing for Disney to do at this point would be to admit the influence of Jungle Emperor Leo on The Lion King, say that it was an honored piece of work from Japan, the way that Tezuka had praised Disney so many times before himself.
These people aren't probably the same people in charge, though.
Mm-hmm. And so,
I
and
think they can't.
the other fun.
Liam, honestly, I think they can't. From a legality standpoint, if they did, they would open themselves up to so much.
But who? It's like different people working there. They don't know what they were doing in the 90s.
No, I'm saying like even if they did know, even if there's like some like note somewhere going, by the way, we fucking totally ripped off the jungle. Like they can't, because if they did, then the estate would have grounds to sue them and stuff, right? Like,
well, that's the thing that's interesting. It's because like it's a different culture, but these guys, the Tezuka production guys, didn't fight the Disney company on this because Tezuka had
strong American penises, right?
Well, no, because Tezuka had expressly asked them not to. He'd expressly asked them not to because, he wanted to have an amicable relationship with them, not because of legal issues or anything like that, but it's just it's about honor and integrity and respect here. Let me show you something real quick. Just real quick. This is on my Total Conquest page. Someone can go blow it up for themselves, but I just sort of want to show you guys a little bit of this. So these are shots for shots that were from 1965's animation that were taken alongside the Disney's Lion King film with Tezuka's stuff, right? Like, and you can say, well, it's Africa and not everything's one for one. And that's definitely true. But for so many of these to line up, right? Even the scars on the same eye, like for so much of this to line up and there to be no sort of homage or reference or anything to this, like the shot with the pigs are the same, I
don't know. I think you're definitely stretching.
You think I'm stretching?
A little bit.
Are you sure those are not from the 97 version?
Yeah, these are from the 1965 animated.
60s to me.
Yeah. I know there are some characters in the 60s version, but they're not a.
That one does. That other one.
No, but I'm saying like the lion has a scar, but he's not like the king's brother. He doesn't have. He's not the same character.
Oh, there are definite changes. I'm not saying that they took one for one. I am not saying that Lion King is Kimba. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is there was definitely heavy inspiration and influence taken from Kimba. And they didn't acknowledge that, and that's my beef.
A lot of overlap. Again, I think they're never going to acknowledge it just because there's no way that they could legally. And secondly, I think there's a lot of overlap because, like you said, it is Africa, and there's only X amount of animals, right? So you go, okay, right. Well, this is a baboon. It's the most human-like, so it's probably like the mystical shaman. Character, right? These are the the jaguars are like, oh, okay, so they're the silly characters, right?
Like the plot's there's definitely big differences, like in the plot, like in Kimba.
Shit, Spray Bean's got a new accusation. I heard Disney knocked from the Little Mermaid from Hans Christian Andersen. Oh shit.
Is that a streamer?
Did you say is that a streamer?
Yeah.
Hans Christian Andersen. Go look up his channel.
He does like speed runs or something. Cool.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Well, Christian's not his middle name. That's just what he is. Like, because there's another streamer called there's a Hans Muslim Anderson, and he didn't want to get confused with him. Right?
Yeah, but I find it very interesting, from a YouTube standpoint, that a lot of these animators and stuff like came out, like YouTubers, and spoke about this topic and ended up heavily siding with Disney and ignoring a lot of the history that was there, to the contrary. Like, they're propping up statements like Disney didn't even know about this and all this stuff they put all over the media. But I'm like, Walt Disney and Tezuka met, shook hands and spent time together, like that was a whole thing. You can find Japanese newspapers all about it. And no one covered the Japanese side of the media. It's like everyone's covering, and it makes sense, we're all English speakers, but all of these guys are covering English media, and no one looked into the Japanese side of things to find out what was going on over there, the time they began production, major scenes or sequences, stuff like that. So, Yeah, something I've found very interesting, the way that it sort of, then everyone sort of sees the videos and repeats each other, you know? It sort of becomes a...
I mean, that's what I was doing.
That's what I was doing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I've got to come on. I'm doing a whole article about this. So
George wants to come on so he could do it too. George, you want to join us?
No.
George, you want to repeat
Japanese.
videos again?
So ask him.
Turkish not Japan.
All right, let's finish this air. You sticking with us, Liam, or?
Yeah, I'll stick around for a bit. I might have to pop off in a bit. I know. I just wanted to talk about that because that's fun.
Eric's talking about his original black characters versus original Australian characters. So, you know.
Really? Australian?
No.
And that's why you find yourselves begging. Think about where the resources actually are. Your creative talent and your money are almost entirely tied up in things you don't own, or they're subsidized by companies that will never belong to you. Major publishers, major
Who cares?
studios. That's an abusive relationship because
No, it's
you're
not.
begging
It's
them
storytelling,
for
and
their
they own the
platform
rights.
and their budgets
Damn it.
while telling anybody who will listen that they don't represent you the right way.
You begging them. You saying, Disney, please make a black character instead of just making it yourself. But also, I don't have money. What the hell is he talking about? Eric, you're retarded.
I don't know. He's all over the place.
Both of those things can't really stay true forever. At some point, you have to pick one. And number two, and it piggybacks off of the first one, you only see legitimacy in white characters. And that's been a phrase of mine that I've been saying for over a decade. And
Yeah, and you're retarded. Like, there's definitely legitimacy in black characters. Falcon is a perfect example. Luke Cage. Again, there's tons of black characters or non-white. Like, even just saying non-white characters. There's tons of non-white characters that are quote unquote legitimate, right?
Cyborg.
Yeah, Cyborg was one of the most popular characters on Teen Titans.
I remember when they added him onto Super Friends.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Him and Firestorm.
There are lots of African American, and no one even mentioned Static Shock, who's one of my favorite, black.
Well,
awesome.
Eric July said Static Shock was one of his favorite cartoons growing up, so he knows that Static Shock got a cartoon.
Yeah,
and again, I'm not
It's
even
hugely
black.
popular too.
Yeah, I'm not even saying black. I'm saying non-white because there are like Asian characters, and like Perp was saying, the majority of characters were white because in the 60s that's what they were making. It was all white, It's different times, right? And so like 99% of all the characters are white. You can't just make a new character and that character have legitimacy, right? Again, we talked about it. You make a new character and the audience rejects it because they don't want it to stand shoulder to shoulder with their guy. No, that character can't be smarter than Mr. Reed Richards. No, that character can't be stronger than the Hulk. No, that character can't be cooler than Spider-Man, right? Like in the mainstream, they have their pillars and it's hard to like break in. I know Blue Marvel got kind of popular and he's like kind of up there, right?
Yeah. I think it's harder to do for heroes. I think with villains you kind of have a shot, right? There could be some fresh villains. Like I don't know how. I guess it's kind of the Court of Owls and shit. Like I could see that. Like that was a really cool addition that came in like 2012 or something.
Yeah, but no one.
Yeah,
no
this
one
was the new
looks at
52.
villains.
Yeah. What?
You're not putting villains on book bags. You're not putting villains on sneakers and stuff, right? For the most part.
Not yet. Not until they get. Not until they get to like. Harley Quinn.
I want my Doom shoes. Doom shoes, nice green, white. You could have Joker shoes. Now wait a minute. They definitely put villains.
Once
on
again,
shoes.
that's why I said the words "for the most part."
For the most part.
Yeah, there's always exceptions. Yeah.
Yeah.
The super uber popular villains, yes, they will get merchandise, but the majority of them are not getting merchandise. So even if you have a cool, like the Juggernaut is cool, people like the Juggernaut, but there's very little Juggernaut merchandise outside of like a toy, right?
Or a T-shirt,
Yeah, or maybe a T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm not going to be able to find my big wheel.
You don't
sneakers?
think that?
I mean, the Juggernaut has a helmet. They didn't make a Juggernaut helmet toy for kids to put on. You're the Juggernaut. Go run into your brother with it, right?
No, but some villains like they like I think they even surpass like Harlequin. I think that the shit that they were able to sell with her like is a lot, like makeup for like makeup, all this shit.
Yeah, but that goes into a different direction. That was like weird emo girls that like wanted to be like, I'm different. I'm not like other girls. Look at me. Dress up like
but
then
dudes had the Joker with that, with like I'm crazy and all that like fucking shit.
And then the director made Joker 2 to try to squash that.
Yeah.
How do you like that? Arthur Fleck got raped in prison. Is that what you want to be?
Is that what you want to be? You weren't supposed to relate to that man. Weirdos.
But again, characters like what new white characters? Like everyone's always talks about like the new black characters that they introduce. What new white characters have they introduced that get quote unquote legitimacy? Right?
I don't know.
There's
like
not,
to me,
like,
if they're in movies, like, but that doesn't mean like they don't have a history.
No,
like,
who's new? Name a new character.
Sideways.
Yeah, for me, but I don't read the comics, so that fucking the Captain America guy in Thunderbolts, dude, that guy was new, and he was like, oh shit,
John Walker,
that guy, yeah.
Who's
U.S. agent?
He's in the comics, but he's not new.
U.S. agent.
Okay, yeah, no, he was new to me in the franchise.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. What about Sideways? Is he a white guy? You know, the guy that DC did that was like, it's our version of Spider-Man, and you're like, is the reality slider guy? But he might have been Hispanic, I don't know. And
I don't know DC.
And then they had like Marvel had this new guy called
he's white.
Like the Gravity guy, like that again, another Spider-Man guy, but he uses gravity. He's white, right?
I only know the ladies. Miracle Molly.
But again, when you're talking about legitimacy, I don't think. Hold on, I don't think any of those characters reach that level of Captain America. Spider-Man.
Like you want a new character that is as big as one of the characters that were developed in the 60s to the 80s.
That's impossible.
Right? No. I don't listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Eric July said that's why your characters don't get legitimacy. You complaining that new black characters don't get legitimacy like they should, right? But I'm saying like there's no new white characters getting legitimate. There's no new characters, period. Very few new characters show up into like Marvel and DC, and suddenly they're like on the Justice League, and everyone accepts them in the fandom, right? Yeah. Like they introduce new characters all the time, and they bomb. They introduce new characters all the time, and they maybe like they're middling, and they there's someone you kind of know that person, but he's not like up there in fucking authority, right? He's not getting that 12 issue miniseries based around him, right? He's not leading the Marvel universe during the next Secret Wars, right?
I mean, there's so many characters with so many different powers that's another thing that like makes it harder. Is like, what power can they even represent that would be like really cool and could really like stand out and be like it's all been.
Are we
done.
Talking exclusively comics? Yes, because that's what Eric's talking about, comics.
Well, I talk movies, so don't listen to me when I'm saying my opinion.
No, but I'm like you're talking movies, but they're not new characters. That's what I'm saying. Like even John Walker is not a new character.
Yeah. But is it different? But like the audience accepted him.
By that argument, you could have said that Iron Man was a new character when his first movie came out, right? No, he's not. He's an established character.
He is, but he's also like I feel like he wasn't like it wasn't the same until RDJ. Like I don't feel like I think he was like a B character at best in Marvel, and like once he went to RDJ, it was like an A+ character. Yeah,
well, John Walker's not an A+ character.
Not yet, but he's getting there. They're giving him a Wanda arc, bro. Watch, he'll get to A+ like Wanda.
Well, I think he was more important in the comics because he was Captain America for a long time. It wasn't like in the movies where he was Captain America for like a hot second. Like he was Captain America for a while, became U.S. agent, became recognized as like just as good as Captain
I'm just saying he showed up and people liked him. Like even if he was a bad guy from the TV show perspective in the movie.
It's impossible because Marvel and DC are basically locked off mythologies now. It would be like trying to introduce a new Greek god into the mythology.
I don't know what you could do that would be cool. Like it could like after everything, it's like lightning powers, like fast. Like I don't like what is like.
Well, there's a lot of things you could do, but the fandom has already rejected all those things, right? You can't have any legacy characters. You can't kill anyone off to replace them. You can't gender swap, race swap. You can't do anything that would be cool. You have to keep all those characters and then introduce someone new.
Let me tell you, I think the race swap is going to work for Barbara Gordon, man. I've seen those new covers for Absolute Batman. Holy shit, she looks badass. I think Barbara Gordon's black from now on.
Well, I think they only they get away with it because it's the absolute universe, right?
Yeah, man, she looks so fucking good. She has a trench. She looks like fucking the nightmare sequence in the Snyder Cut or whatever in BVS. She just has like a trench coat. Look it up. It looks awesome.
I'm been sitting here like an autist staring at the ground, trying to answer your question from 10 minutes ago. And I'm thinking I think maybe the Runaways, maybe some of the Runaways, but they got a television show, but it was terrible. But
I don't think they were popular. I think it was just someone decided hey, we need a show for kids or whatever. What can we what are kid superheroes or what are something that kids can relate to? And
Wiccan has bled into the main Marvel universe and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Wiccan, yeah, Wiccan, yeah, the kid.
But again, who's the fan of Wiccan? Hot Topic girls, it's.
That's a fan base, though, man. That's a fan base that could grow, right? Look what happened to the fucking Edward Cullen kid.
I'm just trying to think of it. It's hard because, you did mention, it's a sealed off mythology. A lot of these guys are big, heavy hitters. They tried to reinvent Jane Foster as a new version of Thor. She's white, but Jane Foster's been around forever, but not as Thor. But again, that wasn't well received. And,
I thought it was. I thought the cancer arc was really good in the comics, and they just fucked it up in the movies.
No, again, it wasn't well. Most fans rejected female Thor.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the cancer arc in the comics really, really upset me. Did you read it?
No, I haven't. This is what I see.
This is one of the things that I'm a big Thor fan, among other things. He's in my top 3 guys. And there's this scene, right, where when they first, this is before she's Thor. Well, before they know she's Thor, right? Where Thor comes up to her, they find out she's got cancer, she's dying. Now, keep in mind, she's Thor's oldest love and stuff, right? Well, of Earth. And he comes to her and he's like, fear not, fair maiden. I can travel to Asgard. I can find magical healing waters or this or that. He mentions all the magic and different ways they can cure cancer in the Marvel Universe. And she goes, no, I think I just got to accept my fate, and this is what it is. And you can't always fight everything, Thor. You've just got to accept what it is. And I'm just like, this is gay as shit. I was like,
he should have cured her. Hold on, he should have cured her against her will. That would have been an interesting storyline.
Exactly.
And then she's like, why did you cure me?
Yeah,
I didn't want to be cured.
You could give her a Buffy arc when she came back from the dead, and she's like, "Man, you have no idea how peaceful that was." And I was about to go.
Look, here's the problem with the whole cancer thing. They did it with Captain Marvel, and they essentially told you that Captain Marvel powers had bonded with the cancer, and it was keeping him alive, but at the same time allowing the cancer to spread.
Yeah.
And so it had reached a tipping point in the death of Captain Marvel. That's it. We can't cure him, and he's going to die. That's it. He has to accept
I don't read the comics. I just see the movies. You know why they're doing that is because that whole fucking thing of the shards getting into Tony's heart and that thing stopping it was such a genius idea that I could see a lot of writers and creatives we need to give our heroes that shit because that is actually really good. That gives.
Well, I mean, he had that in the comics, Bert.
Yeah. Same thing. Then the writers in the comics are giving heroes that shit because it works so well with the Tony Stark stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone remember Shadowhawk? He had AIDS, guys.
Fuck! I'm glad I came on.
Oh my god.
I mean, he did. There was another character that had some disease.
I had an idea where I wanted an alien. This guy, he got drunk and he had sex with an alien. He got an alien STD and he's gonna die, but he gets powers right before he dies.
Well, he should get the powers from the STD,
exactly. Part of the STD, the thing that before you die is you get these weird fucking powers as a side effect.
Well, I would just imagine all you have to do is say okay, when an alien gets the STD, it does X, Y, or Z, right? But because humans don't have those
things, those
parts that it's giving you these weird abilities, right?
Speaking of aliens, CGH, hey Wheeler, talk to me about that one. I think that could be me and Wheeler's project.
One of the
this goes. Hold on, fan art says this goes beyond comics, stories, and mythologies. Eventually, run into a wall where you can't really add anything more to it. After a certain point, the audience starts to reject anything new. Yeah, I mean that's where Marvel and DC are, and that's why they tried to kill off people, and they tried to go Heroes Reborn was their version of the absolute universe way back in the gap, right?
Yeah. If these, there's commentary how a lot of people see these as how people saw the gods back in the day, these are sort of that. If there's like that, you're literally trying to introduce like a new religion to these people. You know, if you think of it that way, and it's like they're not going to take it. Like,
well, I mean,
that's why New 52 bombed.
Yeah, well, that's why everything has to go back to the status quo, right? You can't change anything. Spider-Man has to always go back to like being married to Mary Jane. He can't evolve. He can't fucking.
That's sad. That's sad. That's why I like what is it called? Elseworld shit, where it's like, hey, what if this happened though?
Yeah.
For a little bit, you know, that's cool too.
I mean, what's the solution? That's why I think again that's why
a little bit of everything. Elseworld, like
Well, I think that's why kids are rejecting Marvel and DC in favor of manga, because manga has characters growing, right? There's growth, there's permanent things that happen. You know, at the end of Dragon Ball, for example, right? Like the first issue of Dragon Ball doesn't end with them back at the beginning of the quest, and then the second issue of Dragon Ball, they're back at it goes through. They get the Dragon Balls, they make their wish, and then other shenanigans happen, right? Whereas Spider-Man, like he fights a guy, then he's just back at the apartment. Then he goes and fights a guy, he's just back at the apartment. It's like
it's so radically different from over there because they're not like profit like incentivized. Like they do, but they're not at the same time. Not like how we are over here in America, where it's like, dude, if there's like a crazy anime show that's like beloved, it has awesome ratings, they'll take their time for the next season. They don't give a fuck. Like they're not like rushing to get this shit out because of the first one.
And that's
Naruto gets to become a father, for God's sake, says TJ.
Like we're now getting a third Madoka thing finally. That shit was like hot like for so long, and it's like now there's a Madoka movie coming out because they took their time. Good. That's probably how they got quality through it.
I don't agree. I don't think they should be taking their time. I think that we have to go the route of what they're doing in the anime and the manga world, and I think that that's the reason that 1970s and through to the 1990s, especially around the 80s, created the mega franchises that we have today. Because when you're getting, let's say, Transformers, G.I. Joe, the stuff that's iconic today, you're getting a cartoon series that had regular daily updates, just hundreds of episodes for the children to become fans of. At the same time, they've got their toy merchandise to play with, their clothing, the other stuff to be so they're walking billboards for the property. And then they've got comic books for the hardcore fans that want to get into the deeper lore where everything becomes mythologized and is slightly for a slightly older audience. And that three-pronged attack is what manga and anime are doing, which is why they are successful. And we stopped doing it because laws were passed about targeting children with advertising here in the 1980s. And so they had to change how we produce our media. And I feel that it slowed us down comparatively. And is essentially why the East was able to take us over. Because the East is just doing what we
I'm gonna push back a little bit, Liam.
Sure. Yeah.
I agree to an extent with the absence of cartoons and stuff, but even in the 90s, there was a lot of cartoons, there was a lot of toys, and the toys were selling and the cartoons were being watched, but the comics were not being sold to kids. Like kids weren't buying comics, kids weren't reading comics in the 90s. And we have video games, Japan has video games. I think again, when it comes to comics, if you pick up a Spider-Man 323, right? You don't have any fucking clue what happened before that, and there's no clear definition or goal, right? Spider-Man does it like One Piece. What is the goal? They haven't reached it yet, but you know the goal is to find the One Piece.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, his goal is to become the best hero in the thing. Dragon Ball, the goal is to find the Dragon Balls, right?
Well,
manga, they all have goals. There's an end date. There's an end point that eventually they will reach, right?
No, well, okay. Hunter x Hunter. What's the end point for Hunter x Hunter? Or Hunter,
I haven't read that, so I couldn't tell you.
Fucking sweet nothing. It's just they go by plots the way we do in the West.
Yeah,
look at Cosmo says Hunter x Hunter's ending is supposed to feature Gon's granddaughter.
Yeah, but like it's the point of the series isn't to feature his granddaughter. It's just that's one scene that the mangaka revealed will be like the conclusion.
What is Hunter x Hunter? Because I'm not familiar with the property.
It's a very, very interesting anime series that
no, I don't want the deep lore. Just give me the bullet point. It is a series about
young boy grows up without a dad, finds out that his dad was a monster hunter, sets out into the world to follow in the footsteps of his father. That's it.
Well, there you go. He's going to become a great hunter like his father.
That's
the
right.
endpoint.
Yeah.
And again, what is Spider-Man's endpoint? Even if you boil it down, Spider-Man doesn't have that. Like,
I don't think he needs it. I don't think he needs one. I don't think he needs one.
No, because again, I think it's a difference in philosophy and storytelling between Western and Eastern audiences.
Yeah,
and
or just that particular story, or just that particular.
No, because
story.
it's all comic books. What's Batman's endpoint?
Right.
I don't. But here's the thing: Batman's endpoint is impossible because it's to end all crime.
What's Superman's endpoint? Give me one single comic book character that you're familiar with.
Batman's endpoint is to end all crime, which will never happen. That's why, like, it works.
But it's not. His goal isn't to end all crime.
It's not.
No.
What?
Batman fights crime, but his goal is not to. He doesn't do anything to end all crime. He's not going to other cities.
He wants to stop crime, right?
He wants to protect Gotham.
He wants to protect Gotham.
But you don't think his goal is to stop? Like, if he could, he would.
No, because he doesn't
crime?
go to other cities. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not like constantly going.
Well,
to other
stop
cities.
all crime in Gotham. If once that's done, he might like extend it out, Tony Stark style, right, to the whole world and shit with his billionaire robots or something.
No, because again,
go over to Bloodhaven.
It sounds good for you to say that, but like the stories aren't like. He's not sitting down like, Alfred, what are we going to do to like make sure to stop all crime? Like it's never stated as a goal. It's never treated as a goal, right?
But it's done like one crime at a time.
Yeah, again, because there is no like goal. You could turn it into that because there's so many issues now. You could point out, look at all the crimes he's stopping, right?
Yeah.
But there's no it's not an actual goal that's stated anywhere in the book or anywhere in his philosophy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, like all superheroes are like that. Superman, what's his goal? There is no goal. He just fights crime as it comes up.
You don't think Batman's philosophy is like, I want to make sure that what happened to me never happens to another kid again, and it sort of like extends from that, like that's the sort of the goal, or at least the ideal?
No, because if you go with that, then you end up with the Owlman who wants to kill everyone. Because if there's no one in the world, then that will never happen to a kid because no kids will ever be born again.
Yeah. So, like, well, that's an obstacle towards the goal. It's like, hey, I need to do that. In order to do that,
I need to sterilize all of Gotham so there's no children. None of them have to grow up without a parent.
I just want to pick up the Batman comic where he's just like sitting on a fucking gargoyle and watches this old lady jaywalk across the street and swings down and just pummels the shit out of this old granny. Jaywalking is a crime. Gotham's become so.
That's true.
That's
true. I reframe to making sure that what happened to me doesn't happen to anyone else, rather than like all crime. Yeah.
I think Batman's end would be to find a peace within himself and overcome his parents' death.
That's all existential stuff, and that's why I like Spider-Man. Like, it's good because every generation, like, I think Spider-Man should be a teenager for teenagers, and like we grow up.
Again, I'm not saying this as like a criticism, like that. I'm against this, right? I'm saying like this is the difference in philosophy between Western comic books and Eastern manga, and I think that's why kids nowadays they're gravitating towards those because it has a goal. Like they go, I'm going to read One Piece. And he's gonna find the One Piece. They know it's like you can start at any issue of One Piece, and they're still heading towards the One Piece, right? You pick up a Dragon Ball, they're heading towards the Dragon Ball. Even if you don't have the backstory, you know where the forward's going. Pick up a Spider-Man, and you don't know where the forward's going because you need the back in order to know where he's going forward, right? If you didn't read the previous issue, you don't know where the next couple of issues are going because it's all tied together in that way. Where again, One Piece will go from one island to the next, and it's always moving towards finding the One Piece, right? So even if you miss the last arc where they fought the like Shark Man, doesn't matter because the next arc is still going to be part of going forward. It's one long going forward arc.
One shark.
And then when I die, One Piece will still be going.
No, he's into the last arc now. And so probably about another 5 or 6 years, it'd probably be the end.
I don't think he shouldn't. If I was him, I would commit seppuku before the last issue, right? Like I would tease it, like they're gonna open, like that's it, we found it. Inside there is the One Piece, and then like finally the next issue is the startling conclusion of One Piece, and then the mangaka just kills himself, right? Because there's no way that whatever he reveals will live up to One Piece, right?
No, I think he could. I think Oda's got it.
So what do you think it is then, Liam? What could live up to it? What could be like the big payoff at the end of One Piece?
We've all joked around that it's just a swimsuit, but with Shaki's latest revelation on I gotta go be a dad. I'll be right back. Sorry.
That's what the One Piece is. One piece of quiet.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And One Piece also gives little details of what's going on in other parts of the world, which sometimes plays parts in the main plot by means of the cover stories.
One Piece ahead of the bread line.
The question that would need to be answered for each major superhero is, what would make them take the costume off forever? It's true.
They can't. It's an existential question. How do I not become myself with Superman and Batman specifically?
Maybe the One Piece was inside us this whole journey. Yeah, I don't think like when it comes to superheroes, besides death or the eradication of all crime, I don't think they can. Like Spider-Man cannot live with himself. That's why he's always choosing to be Spider-Man over Peter Parker, is because with great power comes great responsibility. So he always has to fight crime if he's able to, right? Oda was inspired by Vicky the Viking. The big treasure turned out to be the main Vikings memorabilia. Oda already said it wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be what? Peace and quiet? The One Piece is the huge stack of money the series has made. What if they go to the like, here it is, the One Piece, and they open the door and it's like a door to Oda's manga shop, and like they meet Oda. Oda is the One Piece.
What if they never show the One Piece and shit?
They should just get there like, there is no One Piece. I just said that to fuck with all of you.
Yeah.
They're
gonna do the One Piece was we're all friends is the One Piece bullshit. It's anime. They can do that.
The One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's promised that it's an actual treasure. Oh, God damn.
Friendship isn't a treasure to you, Liam?
I don't know. I don't think the One Piece is going to be anything. The end of Spider-Man is Peter saying "fuck it" and ripping a bong.
He should just rip the bong and do like I could see that. That's an awesome thing that no fucking comic book person, at least I haven't heard of. Peter fucking swinging that shit high as shit because he's in college.
One Piece.
He just gets high. He's just like, man, I gotta go do shit now. He's just fucking going through buildings and shit. Have they done that?
No, I don't think they've ever done a high Peter Parker.
Yeah, they've done drunk Supergirl. Let's go.
I know they did that one.
It bombed.
The one Spider Girl with like the no legs or the damaged legs or whatever.
Madam Web?
No. There's like the one that's paraplegic. The one that's like her legs don't work.
Oh yeah. Spider Scarlet or Scarlet Spider, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying like that's the closest they had to like a Spider-Man just swinging into things with their legs just like dangling.
Stop it.
It could be anything because each pirate in the show has their own vision of what treasure is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the friends.
It's going to be a fucking rainbow.
Way.
It's going to be a rainbow or something.
I think it's just going to be one piece of.
Let me see. So there's this episode of this show that Oda used to watch called Vic the Viking, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the second or the third episode, and it's all about the secret treasure of Vic's father. My daughter's fake crying to get my attention. There's nothing wrong. I want to tell the story. Ellie, wait, listen, you'll learn too. So, in it, they're all trying to figure out what this guy's ultimate treasure is, right? And they go through, there's this big raid, they got to fight for it. Ellie, stop fake. I'll talk to you later, guys. I'm going to have to go. I'm very, very sorry.
Never a dull moment at the Liam Gray house. All right, let's get back to Eric July.
I'm going to start doing fake cries too.
Me too. We're only 2 minutes into this video.
Ah!
And then we've been streaming for 2 hours. And
How have we been streaming for 2 hours and we've only got?
My God, man! It's just every time he
We're
says
never getting
something-
through 11 of these, bro.
Oi. Every time he just says something, we just go into like this vortex of retardation, and then we try to get out of it by like talking logic and like, hey, what do you like? What do you like? Like we try to get out of his fucking vortex.
Rubs people the wrong way every single time because it's the harshest of the truths. Look at the characters that have been around forever in this genre. They're not just popular, they're stitched into the fabric of American culture.
Yeah, no shit.
To the point that most of their fans have never even read a comic book in their lives. That's the level that you are supposedly chasing. So the shortcut becomes obvious. Race swaps, clones, reskin, and then you justify it by saying it's a mantle or that race was never integral to the character anyway.
I don't know how you got there.
Yeah, so he's saying now that I guess now the you has become the audience wants them to make a black character, race swap it so you can have legitimacy of a character you don't own.
It's all over the place.
Because reasons?
Is this like this is such a specific thing he's talking about? Like so it's retarded.
And again,
what do you think
it's
about
not
it,
the audience. It's not the audience going, we want a black Superman. It's fucking DC going, hey, we want the black audience. How do we do that? I don't know, make Superman black. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that, right? Like
do it.
I'm saying like they have Belzad. Like the studios are the ones making these decisions. It's not the audience. He's like putting it off on the audience and like indie creators as if like they have some sort of influence on what the executives are doing in the mainstream.
I don't understand thank you, because I didn't understand who the fuck he's bitching to.
Creating new and original character who isn't a reskin version of somebody else is difficult. It's work. And for whatever reason, that's the part you don't want to do while still wanting the validation.
Who are you talking to, sir?
Yeah, again, like so he's saying that you as a creator go to Marvel and you beg them to get a job there so you can then take one of their characters and make it black, so then you get some sort of pat on your back for creating a black version of a white character that now has legitimacy that you have no ownership of. Because that was your mission accomplished.
I don't know what he thinks that these guys are doing over there. What the fuck do you think they're doing?
Like sometimes, like me, I'm a fan of the Hulk. I would love if Marvel ever gave me the chance to write the Hulk. I would fucking love that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not chasing Marvel, but that would be a dream job. Yeah, I'd fucking take that in a heartbeat, right? Would it be different? Sure, I'd put my own spin on it. Everyone's gonna put their own spin on things, right?
Okay. So sorry about that. I had to find the remote.
Not Chris Bacon.
But just so that everyone's not left hanging. So they find this treasure chest at the end of the episode. They open it up, okay? And the guy's grand treasure are all of these little keepsakes from all his previous battles and the first toy of his daughter and all of these things that are utterly fucking worthless but are of profound value to him, right? And for the longest time, I thought that was going to be the One Piece. But as the story has gone on and they've escalated stuff and they've revealed stuff like Castle Pangaea, I think that it might be the technology that allows you to reunite the entire world or something like that, to pull all continents back together into one place, into one piece, one continent. And that's what might be what allows you to rule the world. Because right now, everything in the planet is fucking insane, and the water levels on the planet, like the islands and everything we know from the show, they're all the equivalent of like the peaks of Everest and shit. That's how much ocean is. That's how much like world is underneath the ocean in One Piece.
So you think the One Piece is to restore the world?
Maybe, yeah. Put it back into one piece. But it's got to be something funny enough that when Roger and the guys found it, they laughed. Like they were like they broke into tears laughing. Like, so it's something funny, it's something stupid. There's something about it when we know, because we know their reactions.
Maybe it's God's hairpiece. It's his one piece.
Well, yeah, a good buddy of mine, Dak Sake, right, does a
Maybe
One
it's a
Piece
side piece.
theory channel, and you should go check that out. And he's got a theory that it's the Afro. You know what I mean? Because it's wild and crazy and just a fun video. Go check it out. So, but yeah, like if it's a giant Afro, if that's the One Piece, I'll laugh. But I mean, like,
Hidden Hand says he's talking to his audience and about consumers like they all want to be creators. Even his own audience is like, yeah, we have no idea what he's talking about, but we will win. Gracious says, Frog Tony, you're it. We want you to write Hulk. All you need to do is ditch your co-host. You in? Fuck yeah, you're all gone. Bye, Otto. Sorry, Otto, I love you, but
that's all right.
If Marvel comes a knocking and they're like, hey, you have to ditch all these guys, you won't even know me. You'll be gone.
You can't see me.
Yeah. It's Joy Boy's story, says Cosmic.
could be, yeah, but I don't know. Joy Boy might be an alien. You know, like this. There's so much stuff in One Piece that is hidden and subtle, and like, for instance, there's this a bunch of these stories about Enel, who was like one of the earliest villains, who's based on Eminem. He can shoot lightning and shit. After he's defeated, he like through these cover stories that Oda does, he like finds this lost civilization, goes to the moon, finds all of these androids that are powered down, powers them up with these lightning powers, and then ends up getting into a war with space pirates, right? But here's the thing: if there are space pirates, then that means there has to be a space government for them to rebel against in the first place, for them to be pirates of space. And there has to be some sort of space empire or something. And we've never seen hide nor hair of that besides hints of it here and there. And One Piece is wild, man. Like when you get into it, like it's a fun, weird, strange tale. You know, like I'm thinking that like a lot of the shit that we see is all science, you know, like even though it's absurd, oh look, this dude eats a fruit and he can like turn into a fucking jacket now. Like I think that it's all like nanotechnology, and I think that maybe they made immortality for the soul through the cloud in some way or something like that, and that's what's possessing these fruit, and then people are eating it because like Emu in the latest chapters was giving these hearts to people that gave them superhuman regeneration, like Deadpool level regen. But then like people got a chance to see what they looked like once they were outside of the body, and they're all like mechanical and shit. And it's like, so he shoots this black cloud of fire at you, and then your heart turns into a robot heart, and then you gain superhuman powers. Like, this is nanites. Like, fucking the whole thing has to be nanites. Like, nothing else.
One Piece sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to make the most ridiculous manga in the world, but he's done it. But like
no, Corey in the house. Or Crank.
I'm putting Samba to go to sleep, so I'm going to shut up.
All I know is it's all in One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah, I'm done with this One Piece. I'm done with it too. I'm with that guy.
Some Nobody Studio says, breaking news. I'm participating in a contest. My AI platform is hosting a show. What can be done with a 30-second video? I just posted a submission on X to show off storytelling potential.
Based.
Yeah. And we get to take away the ads from tonight's episode. No ads for the rest of the night.
Nice.
It's going to be like 30 more minutes, bro. Come on.
Huh?
It's going to be like 30 more minutes without ads.
What are you talking about? It's going to be at least an hour.
Oh, really?
It's only 10:46.
Not for me.
Yeah, not for me.
I leave at my time. I don't leave at your time.
Are we going to talk about everyone bitching about everyone looking at the director of Supergirl showing Jason Momoa an AI image? Because people really lost their mind, and they're all really retarded.
I have not heard about that, but what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take a shot. And I will do that. I'm going to get some of that off my chest. Salute.
I just had some things to get off my chest. None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
What the fuck did I just hear?
I'm gonna repeat that one more time.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Right? It's funny You are a hoe ass retard. Yada yada yada.
Just stroking my dick.
All right, so this is we're gonna play it. It's 31 seconds. We're gonna play the Some Nobodies AI video here.
All right, he already submitted this, so no critiques. We're celebrating because this was already submitted. Love it, black kid, white kid, love it. Let's go. That's one for my team. SJW. Let's go.
I think that's Peter Darker and Miles Whiter.
Stop it.
See, they see the white girl. He's like, yeah, we gonna get married. Me and the white girl. Is she gonna see the black guy and be like,
where's the black guy? Where'd he go? What do you do with his life? That's what I want to know.
They got married? Oh, I thought there was gonna be a black baby. That would have been the twist. She died?
What the hell is this Up? This is like the beginning of Up. What the fuck, man? I wasn't expecting this.
This is all within the 1 second that he's seen the chick.
And he's just like, fuck it, I'll just be gay. And he goes with his black friend. Yeah.
No, that's the whole thing. There wasn't even a
No, I'll go with my ending. Look, that's it. That's the ending right there. That first shot that you just left.
I thought it was gonna be one of those he's seeing this in his head, and then it was gonna zoom out, and she's walk past him.
Why do you want to make the AI people cry, dude? What the fuck?
He's got to do a version where it is two white parents and a black kid. All the exact same story, exactly play for play, except it's a black guy.
I need this image with the don't litter. Right?
That looks like the Last of Us guy.
It's like that famous French guy who pretends to be an Indian for the anti-littering commercials.
I thought he was Italian.
I thought he was Italian.
Yeah,
Sopranos
French.
Sopranos told me it was Italian.
Look, I'm still begging, okay? I'm still begging. Damn, we're only halfway through this bad boy.
Jesus.
Well, here's the thing that I think a lot of
Buckle
people
up.
What?
Nothing. I said buckle up.
Oh, I heard you say pull up. I was like, what?
Please hit play.
cut didn't get there overnight. X-Men debuted in 1963. It took roughly 2 decades.
What the fuck are you saying, man? Who cares?
30 years.
It took 2 decades for them to show up in animation.
I don't understand. He's not making. To me, he's not making a point. Who cares? They don't know this. I don't understand. He keeps his whole argument is they think this, and it's no, they don't.
What he's trying to say is you think that if you just made Captain America black, that suddenly Captain America black guy is going to be very popular as much as regular Captain America, but it's not. And so that's why you should just make an original character like my character, and then he'd be super popular.
Who's he talking to? Did they tell him this in those meetings?
I don't know.
No,
I think he's talking to you, the audience.
But I want this. What do I want with Captain America?
You want to be a comic book creator who takes a white character and makes it black or a woman so you could get it legitimacy for black characters.
No, I just think that's cooler. I think women are cooler. I'm going to make them a woman. Just that. I just think it's cooler if I do that. It's not a big deal. Don't think too hard, Eric.
Also, Eric saying the X-Men taking whatever decades to be in animation. Did he not forget the X-Men got canceled? The original X-Men run ended. That's why there's the all new, all different.
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't get really hot until fucking Claremont took over, right?
Yeah. Same thing with Star Trek, man. It's so hot. It was cold, hot, cold, cold, cold.
I mean, the Hulk is a perfect example. He got canceled a couple times. He was in fucking Tales to Astonish.
Yeah. I don't think
Hulk... Thor didn't even have a comic when it started. It was Journey into Mystery.
Hulk got into the public zeitgeist because of that fucking show. That was big. That was huge. I don't even think that anyone really cared about the Hulk before that one. Besides Sony, of course.
I mean, why would they? They were just comic books until they were TV shows and movies and animation. There was it was just nerd shit. I mean, Stan Lee and them were embarrassed to be writing comic books. That's why he called himself Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to save his real name for his real work. Writing for Playboy.
Years before X-Men the animated series made them household names, and they're 40 years before the live.
Oh, is this retarded fans really being blown away by this information? Whoa, whoa, cool.
Yeah, like
Oh, I didn't
Sturgis
think of
was
that.
going, what?
What? This is
So
crazy.
brilliant.
How do these guys not know this?
What's funny is, like, he said, like, it took him whatever to become animation and household names, but the X-Men were already household names because, spoiler, they already had a video game in 1989.
The fucking arcade one, which was
No, the Nintendo one. There's an NES game called The Uncanny X-Men. It features Colossus, Cyclops, Iceman, Nightcrawler, Storm, and Wolverine. Because the characters were already popular. They had already started getting really big.
Yeah.
By then.
Everyone thought Gambit was so cool.
And I'm pretty sure they had toys and stuff. You know, Secret War had toys, and there was like Wolverine in them and stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, those characters, again, like Eric July is like going from the X-Men to the animated show and then skipping all the middle steps that they took for why they would even got a show, right? Again, they had toys, they had fucking obviously the comic books, but then they had the toys, the video game. I think there was even some of those TSR games, you know. I know Marvel, if you look at the old fucking comics, like they have ads for like Marvel, like role-playing games and shit, right?
I was around during the Maximum Carnage when that game came out. That was a pretty big deal for me.
I mean, there's an X-Men game on the Commodore 64.
X-Men. I like the arcade one.
I mean, look, they had in 1989 they had the Uncanny X-Men for Nintendo. In 1989 they had the X-Men Madness and Murder World for the Commodore 64 and PC. X-Men 2 Fall of the Mutants on PC in 1990. And then the arcade game was in 1992, right? And I think all of that is before the fucking animated series, right?
Yeah.
And then they also had
retarded.
Hold on. They also had the X-Men Pride of the X-Men, which was the 1989 pilot for the original version of the X-Men cartoon they were going to do.
The X-Men cartoon came out in 92.
This is all retarded because the very premise is like he thinks creators are thinking this stuff. So he's putting this on them. Like he's retarded.
Yes.
This whole thing's stupid. That's why this is frustrating because it's like he's getting so specific and so like obvious about shit that hey, they don't even think like that, retard.
Well, I mean, the cartoon debuted in October 31st, 1992. But obviously, they were probably working on it off of Pride of the X-Men and then retooled that into the X-Men, the animated series. But either way, Eric is like skipping a bunch of things of why the X-Men got a movie.
From a faulty premise to begin with. That's why let's just move.
Live action stuff took off in the 2000s. 40 years. So even with a major publisher, nobody handed really anything to him. And number 3.
I mean, again, Eric, they at one point the X-Men were like the highest selling comic book.
X-Men.
You hamstring your characters and the universes that they live
How?
in by sort of turning them into these cultural statements instead of stories. Sometimes it's in the work itself, and other times it's on the press tour and the campaign around it.
It's on the press tour, so it's not even the comics. It's
not
just
even the comics.
You talked about it outside of the comics, and that made me mad.
You fucking retard.
I despise the word nuance, but this is a little nuanced. So please bear with me.
Why would you despise the word nuance? I despise a word that makes it so you can understand things on a deeper level.
Because he's retarded.
To be simple.
He's retarded, and that word gets thrown at him, and he hates it. He doesn't know what it means.
One of the more foolish things that Black American culture really convinced other Black Americans of is that everything has to be, quote, for the culture. That single idea has people rejecting originality and trying way too hard at the same time. You put yourself and your work inside these boundaries that nobody asked for. If you want mass appeal, you have to work with universal truths.
What?
Okay, so what Eric is saying is that black people have convinced other black people that when you make black characters, they need to be black. Okay? But what you need to do is make them universal so that people who are not black can also accept them. And then you end up with characters like Peter Darker, which Eric says he's not black enough. He's just black Spider-Man. He's just black Peter Parker. See, this is the argument that I've had so many times with people like fucking Eric. Nothing is ever good enough. If a character is too black, they complain that that's a stereotype. He's too black. Why are you feeding into stereotypes? And if he's not black enough, they complain that he's just a white guy wearing blackface, right? What Eric is essentially saying is, buy my comic because I actually did it the right way, unlike all these other people who don't know how to write black characters so that they're not black too black, but they're just black enough to be black, but also appeal to people who aren't.
Yeah,
I hate him because
he doesn't give disrespect.
He doesn't give examples. Like there's like, and I can't believe people buy this shit. You know?
Didn't Eric love Miles Morales until his friends made fun of him? Yes, he literally said that Miles Morales was a good version of a race swap character. And then, like 2 months later, he's like, Peter Darker.
Is that a race swap character? I thought that was a new character.
It is a new character, but because he's Spider-Man, they say he's race swap.
Oh, that's retarded.
There's a Goldilocks zone of being correct, Black Tony.
You're right. I am defeated, Oni. Oi, 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 oi.
I mean, we go through it with the Latino community. It's the same way. Like I said, I sat down and we watched fucking Blue Beetle, right? My dad was complaining the whole time, like, why are they eating tacos? Why, like, dude, like, you eat tacos. You do those things. He's like, no, I don't. Like, everyone in the family was like, yes, you do. You do that. You're that guy, right? You're the stereotype. Yeah, that's literally you. Okay?
You are Blue Beetle, Dad.
No, it's like certain things. It's like we do things a different way, right? Like culturally,
yeah, that's normal.
Mexican people do things a little bit different than white people. And again, if you show that, then you go, "Oh no, you're stereotype," right? But if you don't show that, they go, "That's not." It's like the Huxtables, right? When the Huxtables first debuted, people were like, "Wait, like they're a rich black family? That's not authentic black people. Black people are like poor from the ghetto." And they're like, dude, like black people could be like lawyers and stuff. Like, what the fuck are you on? Right?
That's true.
So it's that same situation. Like you could watch a show or a movie and they'll be like, oh, that Mexican guy has a brother that's in jail. That's a stereotype. That's not allowed. Oh, that guy's like, he's educated in Mexican. Wait a minute. Like we can't be like that. Like, how come he's not like from the barrio? It's like make up your mind. Like they can't make up their mind what they want. It was a proper Mexican family. Abuela was even a revolutionary back in the day. Yeah. They said the same thing about Fresh Prince. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they even have an episode of the Fresh Prince where basically Carlton has to tell those guys, like, I am black. Like, just because I'm rich doesn't mean I'm not black. Like, we face the same fucking discrimination, right?
Right.
That's the price of entry. Batman, Spider-Man, they didn't become two of the biggest properties on the planet by trying to be white. They were compelling characters.
Batman and Spider-Man didn't try to be white, Eric, because they were white. They didn't have to try to be white.
He really thinks he's telling a fucking creative this? Like, and the creative is like, oh, okay, thank you, Eric. He really thinks he's giving like really fucking powerful advice here. He's so fucking
again, this boils down to people hate when I say this, okay? When it comes to characters, white characters are generic. Okay.
What do you mean by that? Racist.
What do I mean by that?
Yeah. Racist.
What ethnicity is Spider-Man other than white? What's his cultural heritage?
I put New Yorker as a thing.
Right. You don't know. Is he Italian? Is he fucking French? Is he Canadian?
Irish?
Is he
Scottish,
Irish?
yeah.
Is he fucking Italian? Is he Yugoslavian? Is he Russian? Like, you don't know. Like, other than like if a character is very specifically like this guy is Russian because he's the evil commie guy, right? Or this guy is the weird French guy, right? Like most white characters are just white and that's it, right? But when it comes to non-white characters, like if that guy is Asian, he has to be a very specific Asian. He has to be Chinese. He has to let you know he's Chinese. He has to show you all the things that make him Chinese, right? If he's Mexican, he has to make sure that you know he's Mexican and not like Honduran and not Puerto Rican. He's fucking Mexican. It's a Mexican guy. Yeah, Peter Parker is American. Yeah, so white characters are allowed to be American, and that's it. Like you don't need to like Peter doesn't have to have a whole like lecture about how like back in Ireland, Pete, we used to eat the potatoes until they went rotten, right? Like there's not a fucking thing. But when it comes to like black characters and stuff, they have to like for whatever reason they have to hammer home their blackness. Because again, it goes to like if they don't, then people complain because they're just white characters that look black, right? There is that you have to thread that fucking needle.
Yeah, it's so never ending where you can't satisfy everyone. That's why it's like, dude,
just make your characters. Just
make your character. Yeah.
Eric's ego is such that he believes he can speak for all black people. I mean, look at Medea. Medea makes tons of money, and there are black people that get mad at Medea movies because they're like, that's stereotype. But like Medea's dude, like we do that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Except for like dressing up like old black ladies. I think that's just a Tyler Perry thing. What if Tyler Perry just has a fetish to dress up as an old black lady and like he invented Medea just to satisfy it?
Well, that was the thing within the black community. There were a lot of black entertainers dressed up as like old ladies. Remember Martin Lawrence had one too. Big Mama's House. Like it was like a thing. The Crumps.
That's a humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
Who happened to be white in stories that connected with everybody from all walks of life. That's the recipe behind nearly every.
I don't think Spider-Man connected with all people of all walks of life.
Yeah.
Spider-Man connected with teenagers because he was the first non-sidekick teenage hero, right? And again, as Spider-Man grew up and as the audience grew up, sure, he was connecting with older people because they were already invested in Spider-Man. And then other people might have jumped in because the character and the comics have matured from their original golden age runs, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a golden age, a silver age, a bronze age, because the storytelling style and the way things are presented have changed, right? That's why they denote those different changes.
And Razor Fist will bring the Iron Age. Just you wait.
When you said Razor Fist, for a second, I was thinking of the Marvel character. I'm like, why would the Marvel character Razor Fist have anything to do with fucking the Iron Age? Like, oh shit! I was like, no, it's fucking
entertainment icon there is, from Goku to Superman. When there is something cultural in them, like you see out of the Eastern properties, it's folded into it tastefully. It's not the whole.
Shut
it's
up! Oh my God!
Into it tastefully. That's so Eric. You're so retarded. Kinnikuman, hold on. Kinnikuman is so Japanese. He's literally like eating fucking beef bowls. He's singing songs about beef bowls. Like the characters in there are like the German guy is dressed as a fucking Nazi. The fucking American guy has got like a cowboy hat on and stars, and he's shooting fucking guns. Like they have no sense of nuance and like subtlety. They just go all fucking out, balls to the wall. Right?
I really hate that he doesn't have examples. Like it would like he like say, hey, this is how they did it here, blah 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 blah, and look at how they did it over here. Even though that's still bad frame, it's like that doesn't mean that you're just picking two things. He doesn't even fucking do that, and he has fans. That's why I hate him.
But they don't like they don't fold it in.
That's what I'm saying. That means nothing. I just want to see what his interpretation of what he thinks that means. Like, you know,
he's like, you don't understand when Pikachu was eating that rice ball, that was tastefully folded in.
Yeah.
Pitch. They're not simply just trying to alone make a statement. But with black characters, you kneecap them on the way out the door. You make them unrelatable, shallow, boring.
Kneecap Mr. Terrific.
Dude, he's talking about himself. You're talking about yourself and your fucking stupid ass Isom characters. This is projection.
Yeah, they're unrelatable, shallow, they boring,
just angry.
and then you're confused.
Why you're left waiting for somebody to come along and grant you a character or hand you an investment out of pity. I'm not saying
Again, is he talking to like
who are you talking to, sir? Is he talking to a mirror?
I think he's talking to creators, but why would creators like you have a general audience? You're not like presenting it as you're like explaining it to the general audience, like this is why creators are like you're directing it as if you're talking to the creators, but the audience isn't the creators. So it's like that's why it's confusing, right? Because me as the audience, I'm like, you're not talking to me because I'm not doing those things. Like, what the fuck are you on?
But what's retarded is the audience are like, yeah, he is talking to them, and they should be listening. Like, they're so fucking stupid.
Remember, for 34 months, TJ Vampire, Batman LARPing as a ninja was folded in.
Was it?
He's still taking shots at CG and crowdfunding, quote unquote, begging.
Oh, you think that's what it is? I could see. Yeah. You think? Yeah. I could see that.
Eric's channel is a hub for creators, bud. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Team Carol Brown now, so I hope she wins.
Any of this from the cheap seats either. Let me give.
He's not saying it from the cheap seats. He's in the good seats. Don't you understand? Eric July is the fucking man when it comes to comics.
You.
He's front row.
The VIP section.
Yeah.
You the facts. A lot of these same folks hated me, of course, when I talked about tokenization because they weren't.
Because it doesn't. Your word is retarded. There's no such thing as tokenization. Miles Morales, who has his own fucking comic book, is not a token. You don't know what the word token fucking means, Eric.
Exactly.
You're retarded. A token isn't a main character. You can't go, this guy who has his own comic book, Captain America, the Falcon becoming Captain America is not a token. Him leading the Avengers is not a token. A character that's in the background that doesn't mean anything. If you go, look at here's the Avengers, and then there's a black guy in the background, like that's a token. That's literally
like the character Tolkien on South Park.
Yeah.
No, that's Tolkien.
I know. They
actually went back and changed the fucking subtitles. That was a genius move.
Genius, yeah. Good stuff.
Like, that's why people have a problem with Eric July's tokenization, is because, again, it comes from a place of ignorance, and it comes from a place of, like, you're starting off bad. Like, you're starting from bad information, right? You can't have a conversation about black characters if you're starting from a place that is wrong.
Yes. That's been this whole fucking video. He starts from a place wrong. This is what you got. You guys did this because of this. Because you want this. It's like he's been doing this shit the whole fucking video. That's why it's so frustrating.
Really listening to me. They were too.
You weren't really listening to me. They were too emotional.
Since then,
let me tell you something.
Original black character.
I've created original black characters.
So what?
There
Who cares? They suck.
Yeah. I mean, Eric, there's literally hundreds of original black characters in the indie scene.
Yeah. The EV Comics created an original, whatever the fuck that was, a character. Who cares?
I mean, Niobe, not Niobe the Larry, but there's a different Niobe that's spelled slightly different. That's a black character.
Yeah, and that's probably way better than Larry's.
The antagonists, they're black characters. Like there's tons. Like Eric, he always talks as if like no one's created an original black character outside of the mainstream comic books. Like he came along with Isom, was like, look at this, I created this. No one's ever thought of making an original black character in the indie comic scene. Is your mind blown yet? It's like, no, Eric, your character sucks. It's not relatable. I can't relate to a guy who watches a
He's a peeker, Tony, a peeker.
Can you put Ani Oi's comment? A missed opportunity to make something good, dude. Here's the problem with fucking Eric is that he talks such a big game that he needed to come in so humbled the minute he got this opportunity and willing to learn about what a good story is. Like, okay, let's start off. Okay, I'm obviously not a writer. I got all this opportunity. Let me talk to EVS at the time and all this shit. Let me see how. This is what I like, EVS. Let's try to make a good story. What can I do with this? He did not do any of that. He just went full in with his confidence. That was just, and that's why you got this fucking Isom shit. He
didn't get a story editor. He definitely didn't fucking run the story by anyone and go like, do you think this is a good story or a good premise?
Nothing. Which is what the right thing should have been. What everyone probably with that tumbled that actually worked their way to get where they are, where they're like, okay, now I'm with these people now that actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Let me see what I can learn from them. He did not do any of that. You know, and when we were making fun of him for not doing that, then he started doing, I talk to Chuck and he tells me things and stuff. It's like, fuck off.
No, Chuck told him how amazing he was. Didn't you remember?
Yeah.
Chuck told me that we could switch our names on the comic and you wouldn't be able to.
There was a point where he started saying, yeah, Chuck's giving me some notes and stuff because he was hearing it. Like he got to this position because he was being made fun of constantly, all the way down to now he's fucking in stores, right? It was like, yeah, that's
he's fucking in stores. I used to fuck in the Burger King bathroom.
Look, at least it wasn't the Taco Bell bathroom, bro. Good choice. Classy.
Isom 2 could be cut down to 35 pages and still go nowhere. Isom 2 just, again, I've talked about this before. Isom 1 and this is like a Star Wars thing. This is the new trilogy, right? Where like the original, like was it The Force Awakens and the Last Jedi, right? That's the last one, right? Those two like work together, and then the middle one is just like has nothing to do with anything.
No, Last Jedi is the middle one.
Okay, what's the last one? See, that's how bad they
Return
are.
of Skywalker.
Rise of
Skywalker.
Force Awakens and the Rise of the Skywalker. Those two, like you could watch those two movies, they work. You add the fucking Last Jedi and you throw everything out of whack, right? Every July, you had Isom. It's a shitty story, but the story is still Isom looking for a girl that works with Darren. And then in the next issue, you go, okay, let's pick up. He's got his costume. Now he's Isom. He's ready to go out there, bust some heads. Maybe he's going to investigate. Maybe he's going to fight some criminals and figure out what's going on in Darren's operation. Maybe he's going to attack one of Darren's warehouses to get information. No, hell monkeys. And you go,
you don't understand. No, because he's retarded, and he's like, he somehow had it in his head that the fucking utility belt, I needed the utility belt for the second one, and I could only be done with the hell monkey. Sorry, that's the story. He's not retarded.
Dude, the first one has him pulling out a gun. Like he goes through like, I'm gonna go get Darren. He goes through this whole thing where he's like getting ready and he pulls out a gun and then the gun never shows up. Like he never fucking uses the gun.
Yeah, that's literally like the first thing you learn in like the first thing you learn like in any fucking story school, theater, anything like that. Anything. That's the first thing you learn about that fucking gun. Fucking
well, I mean, it's
if
like
you show it, you got to use it.
Like he shows him like getting ready, like oh, okay, I'm ready, and then like he shows up to the thing, and then like the gun never comes into place. Like, so why did he take it? What like he had powers, but he needs a gun because his powers are on the fritz, but then he never uses the gun.
So
right?
retarded. There's like really bad straight to VHS 80s action movies that did that shit, you know? And it's like we all learned from that shit, from watching them and all, where they did a montage of getting guns and then they would just kung fu fight for some reason. It's like, why did you show me the montage of all the guns?
Yeah, have you ever seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
No, I heard of that one.
The guy gets a whole bunch of guns and then he shows up to the thing. He's like falls over and all the guns go off. He's like,
sounds awesome.
It's a good movie.
It really is. They shoot Karate Joe. Oh no, they've shot Karate Joe.
I mean, that's the Wayans at their best.
Yeah. And then the Hell Monkeys become the plot of Isom 4. I mean, Exclave. That's right. How am I supposed to know how he's American if he doesn't have a gun? Because of the truck. Didn't you see the truck?
Like a rock. Oh, like a rock.
I mean, I don't know how Eric managed to screw up a very simple story. Guy looking for girl.
He's the guy.
Dude,
looking for a girl.
It's very simple. He's never fucking done it before. Let me tell you, okay, I'm not like a writer or anything, dude, but I'm pretty good with stuff. And like my first story sucked when I did it in high school. It just sucked. Your first shit.
Everyone's first story sucks.
This was his first story. That's why this is hilarious. And look at how much he blew it.
Yeah, but he wrote 1 and 2. That's what I'm saying. Like even someone who writes a story that sucks, there's at least you could follow the through line, right? Like I don't understand where he went. Okay, so the first issue he's looking for Jasmine, and then the second issue, Hell Monkeys. You go, but what about the Jasmine thing, Eric? Don't you maybe you want to continue the Jasmine thing?
You show clips of him dancing. He wasn't interested in story until like fucking recently. Like he was like, even though our first story sucked, we were still.
Excuse me, Perp. Eric said he ghost written for others, including comic books.
No, I don't believe that. I think he's implying that. I think he's talking about music. I think he
literally said he ghost wrote for comic books, and everyone's like, "That's not a thing." Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Eric?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me tell you something, Eric.
and sold hundreds of thousands of books independently.
He sold hundreds of thousands of books. Eric, slow your roll. You did not sell hundreds of thousands of ISOM books. You sold hundreds of thousands. I don't even think he sold hundreds of thousands of all of his books, right?
It doesn't fucking matter. You sound retarded, okay? Every person, you had a meeting and you did this little spiel, they all know you sound retarded. They all said, that sounds retarded. We're not going to work with you. That's why you didn't get any fucking meetings.
I was going to say, all you have to say is, like, you went and gave this spiel, and this is why you're doing it here on YouTube instead of making a movie. Because clearly you're retarded.
Yeah.
No outside investment, zero mainstream entertainment support.
Fox News isn't mainstream entertainment support.
Traditional superhero stories like with ISOM, horror with Blood, Ruth, Noir.
I hate when he does this. Blood Ruth is not a horror comic.
It's not. It's a video game. It was a fucking video game where she goes from one room, fights the demon, goes to another room, fights the demon, and then she's given the fucking house.
I still don't understand how you could look at it and go, demon, higher demon, higher demon, higher demon, Lucifer. Like, you've escalated in the first issue. Like you're fighting the devil at the end of the first, and you defeat him, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't trick him. She doesn't
suspense. She was never in danger.
Yeah. And then you go, where do you go from here? Oh, vampires. And you go, what? Like, Eric, like, he doesn't understand the levels of escalation and how, like, so frustrating.
Or with salvage, African mythology with
noir. Salvage is not a noir story. Just because it's a detective story, Eric, doesn't make it noir.
Yeah. He's not Sam Spade.
It's detective stories are detective stories. Noir stories sometimes feature a detective, but they're very specific, right?
Yeah.
It's like setting,
mood, tone.
Yeah.
Right. Lighting. Yeah.
You're talking fatalism, moral ambiguity, right? There's none of that. It's just a guy who has super hearing that then figures out. So the truck, like, this is how stupid. I don't know if anyone's read this, but me. Right? No. But this is how stupid. This guy goes to salvage. He goes, salvage, I need your help to figure out who's robbing my trucking thing, right? And so salvage goes, okay, and he looks into the case and he goes, you know what? There's 17 trucking companies. Only 16 of them have robberies. I think that the 17th company is behind it. I'm going to go investigate. And then he gets up. He's like, I'm going to go investigate. It's all dramatic. And then it says 3 days later. Like, he makes it dramatic. I'm going to go investigate. And then it's 3 days later. He's at the place investigating. I don't know what he did in those 3 days where he was like all dramatic about it.
He had to take a leak before he went.
And he goes there, and immediately they try to kill him. They don't try to, like, lie to him. They don't, like, oh, shit, this guy's investigating. We need to, like, throw him off the scent or, like, give him some false leads. It's literally like, hey, salvage is here. Send him to the basement and kill him. It's like, wow. That was good job, Eric. You've created literally no fucking mystery in your
detective
story.
Work. No, nothing. Dude, and that's the thing. You want to make your villains kind of smart. It's like, it's already retarded. It's like those villains didn't fucking, like, at least try to pull off some insurance thing that he figured out. It's like, actually, the 17th one, they weren't really robbed. Actually, their equipment is all there. Something, actually do a little bit of detective work. But no, it's like,
yeah, so he doesn't go, like, investigate. He doesn't interview anyone. He's not talking. He doesn't, like, let me go talk to my contacts on the
street. He's retarded, so his characters are retarded, and that includes the villains.
Eric's shallow grasp of the concept exposes a lack of understanding of storytelling. Yeah.
Norfolk Glorious Death.
African mythology.
Number 2, Norfolk, which is doing gangbusters on pre-orders right now. So
it's doing gangbusters. What's gangbusters mean, Eric? Yeah. If it was doing gangbusters, you would have made an announcement of how many pre-orders you got for it. That's why I don't think it's doing gangbusters. I think you're lying. I think you're saying that for your video, but we know that evidence to the contrary exists, right? You've always made those, we just sold 30,000 copies. Remember how that all stopped, Eric? Why did that stop? Oh, that's right, because you weren't selling that many copies anymore, right? ISOM 1, 40,000. You've never made that level of fucking copies sold again, right? everything was less and less. It got to the point where people were making fun of you, and then suddenly you decided to no longer show the numbers, no longer be completely transparent like you was before.
You can absolutely honor a culture and its subculture without it coming off as cheap. But you have to give the characters some depth.
You can't. You didn't do it.
The skin tone should be the
You're talking to people that did it better than you, Eric. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Listen to every gripe in that conversation is the same one it's always been. You got to build your own thing. Own the thing. Make the characters deep enough that people care about them for reason.
Man, this is so fucking narcissistic and arrogant. He treats it like everyone who came before him, if you didn't, because you didn't get the level of success Eric did for Isom, so clearly you didn't understand. When you did the fucking antagonist, you didn't understand how to write good black characters. That's why your comic isn't doing as well as Eric.
That's
right?
retarded. I hate that. You know, my favorite movies ever, like of the year last year, like they didn't make any fucking money. They don't make any money. Like if you're, he's like this whole. That's why this whole business shit, like this whole thing of like, I'm gonna teach you how to be a good writer. What you got to do is this, and this weird, vague business shit. And it's like, I don't know why people fall for this shit.
It's just because Eric July is propped up by the fucking.
It's like, listen to actual creative people when they talk. Like, listen, like even if you don't like him, listen to fucking Nolan when he's talking about like stories and this shit and that. And it's like, fuck, man, let him talk about this shit.
Well, I will say this: the antagonist has a fucking Wikipedia page. Isom doesn't, Eric.
Ooh,
Isom doesn't have.
That's surprising.
Isom does not have a Wiki. Eric July has a Wikipedia page. Chuck Dixon has a Wikipedia page.
And I bet Chuck Dixon's wife has a Wikipedia page.
So this is also, if you look up Isom on Wikipedia, you get the places, you get the people, you get other Isom, a comic book by Cliff Richards and Eric July. Cliff Richards gets first fucking billing on this.
How shameful.
And like I said, there's no link, there's no hyperlink, right? You can't. There's no dedicated page.
Yeah.
The antagonist comic book has a dedicated page. Publisher, Godhood Comics.
Yeah, Broken Good's good. These are like new wave motivational speakers in a way, but for comics, which is weird.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like Eric July didn't start off with comics. It was all political. Like everything he had is because of his political content, right?
Yeah, but wasn't it like pop culture media related, right? Like that was his political comment.
Some of it was, but no, because a lot of it was his. Remember, he was on the Blaze talking about like the minimum wage and like, oh, Eric, something like there was a riot in Harlem. What do you think about it, Eric? Yeah, them black people was bad, boss. Them black people shouldn't be robbing them stores. They should be taking care of their neighborhood. You right, Mr. Sir. That's what he was doing. Okay, he was hibbity hobbiting and jibbiting and jiving. Okay. He put on the white gloves and he said, "Yes, sir, mammy, mammy," and he did all that shit. Okay?
Oh,
that's a fucking vow.
That's what he fucking did.
He did the mammies.
Okay,
just a vow.
Yeah, he did his best. Fucking.
Look at him explaining to me like he knows what he's talking about. Look at him.
It's insufferable.
I know.
Didn't one of his repertoires create a Wikipedia-like website for Eric? No, I mean there is. Websites like that, they're called fandom wikis or whatever. Like there is one for the Rippaverse, but that's not unusual. They have it for like everything. People have it for the like fucking OC characters and shit. They have their own fucking little Wikipedia shits. But here,
Tony,
fuck. Now you guys got me all fucked up. I lost my fucking train of thought. What I was gonna say was this: like Eric July is acting like his success in comic books means that he's a good comic book writer and that he created good characters, rather than the fact that he was someone who was on YouTube and had a career already, and that was what propelled him to great sales. And when people found out, because if you look, when people found out that his comic was shitty, the sales went down, right? People were like, "Oh, I bought one, well, I'll give him a chance to see what 2 is." And then, oh, well, maybe I'll stick around for 3 just to get the full story. But they went from 40,000 to fucking 10,000.
You know where he fucked up? Hiring other YouTubers, because now you're just part of a trend. You're not like this special guy. You're just part of this trend of these YouTubers tried to make fucking comics.
No,
You
where he
Mahler.
fucked up, where Eric July fucked up, and we've said this before, is when he thought that he was a comic book guy and not a YouTube guy, and he stopped doing the YouTube shit, and stopped doing the political shit, and stopped making his videos where he's talking about the white man and tokenization and all that, right? Because his audience went away. That's who he was selling to. He thought I don't know why, but he thought that like his actual audience was comic book fans who want good comic books, and they buy an ISOM because they like good comic books. And then you notice he stopped doing fucking YouTube, and his sales went down. There was no more We Will Win. There was no more moonwalking on the graves of Marvel and DC, and all his sales because that's what his sales were based on, right? Yeah, sales were based on I'm the angry black guy who's going to do the things that those white people don't want you to do, right? Yeah, that liberals over there at the mainstream.
He was selling cultural war bonds.
Yeah,
and that's what people were buying. And he got rid of the cultural war, and people stopped buying.
Well, his business fucked up by hiring a massive staff and massive overhead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking more from like a legacy standpoint. It's like he wants to be like, I did something different and all that. It's like, no, what you did, like you're just a part of this weird trend when you guys like these YouTubers made comics because you hired your fucking friends to do it too. Like that, like all this talk about all these creators need to do that. It's like, are you telling the other writers this, or they get this too, right? They understand this, right? And they're doing the comic just as good comics like you are. The rest of the fucking Rippaverse writers and shit. It's full of shit.
Well, I'm saying, like, remember, it got so bad that Eric July created a dedicated channel called
the Detonated Wham.
No, he called it it's Dedicated Wham.
Dedicated Wham.
He made a dedicated channel called Creator Business. Remember, y'all think I say business weird? I'm gonna make Creator Business, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do business. He made 5 fucking videos and then stopped. Why? Because no one was watching that shit. Because Eric, no one came to you for fucking business videos. No one came to you because you're so good at making comics, and they needed your creative business, right?
Yeah, this guy just wants to talk at you. He just wants to talk at you.
I think not just that, but he's confused. Like, he legitimately thinks that he's good writing. He thinks that people bought ISOM because he's such a good comic book writer. He's such a good comic book guy. And so, like, I have to show you, like, I'm so good at this. Like, I have to spread that with other people so they could be good at it like me. Not realizing, for whatever reason, that you're not good at comic books, Eric. You suck. Okay, you were never good at comic books. People never bought your shit because you were good at comic books.
And then he just ended up giving like basic ass like do this for your channel, but don't talk drama, like stupid shit. There's like
he did the views on sales.
Yeah.
No shit, Eric. No shit. A view isn't a sale. But more views means more eyes on your comic, means more potential buys. You always talk about the pie isn't fixed. Well, more people who go to your restaurant, like if you have a restaurant, right? And 1,000 people come in, that's 1,000 people you could potentially sell food to. If only 300 people come in, then you could only sell food to 300. So your viewers, Eric, were your potential buyers. If they don't know, like we talked about before, marketing, if they don't know your comic exists, they cannot buy it. Your comic could be the greatest comic ever. Perp could make the greatest fucking comic book of all time. And if no one fucking knows that he made that comic, then it's not going to sell, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, you had a big audience. It's hard to get an audience, but you got it. For whatever reason, Eric, you got it. And then you pissed it all down the drain because you got up your ass about how you're a comic guy and not a YouTube guy, right?
You didn't understand what a story was. You thought a story was good numbers and people liking what you have to say about pop culture. You think that means you know how to tell a good story. You didn't know. You don't know.
Gracious says Eric's video is straight up deceptive. Everything he said not to do will hurt them. Bro is scared of competition. Well, it's a good thing. I don't think creators are actually watching Eric July. I think it's just us. I would be interested to see the comments. We don't usually go to the comments, but this got 36,000 views, which is pretty low for an Eric July thing, right?
Really? That seems pretty high. Okay. I could be thinking of something else.
I mean, it might be high for Eric July now, but I mean, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was getting in the teens now. Huh. I could be wrong.
No, not in the teens. Jesus.
I didn't mean like that. I mean, like there's like 17,000, 18,000. I could be wrong. Never mind.
No, he's got like 20, 12. I think this one's is a little high because of he put the Wonder Man actor on it, right? Because people were like, "Oh, Eric's probably doing that shit again." Because man, he got a video from 3 days ago that's only got 2,900 views. So yeah, I guess this one is a little high.
Mm-hmm.
He got one with a bunch of money and a pigeon. It says, "I want to do it, but."
Wait, you want to fuck a pigeon? Fuck that pigeon, Eric.
There's that cartoon. Follow that pigeon.
I want to do it.
Let's see.
Drop that package, soldier.
Sponge Monkey says, "I look at Spawn from 30 years ago, created by a white guy too, an original black character with original powers." Hold up. Anyone who thinks Spawn has original powers and is an original character,
Faust
is retarded.
Faust, right? Faust.
Like Spawn is original in the sense that like his name, his costume, his thing were like never done before. Yeah, like he's original, but like the underneath layer, right? Like what his story is about, the Faustian bargain, his powers. He has a chain. He has a magical cloak. Like he has a costume that's like living liquid. And where have we heard those things before, guys? It's not like he didn't take fucking Ghost Rider, Venom, and Doctor Strange and slap them all on the one character, right? Who didn't use any black stereotypes or need for racial pandering and was an instant hit. Are you sure about that?
Who cares?
No, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of racial stereotypes in Spawn.
I only saw the HBO animated, and it was fucking awesome.
Dude, that's fire.
It was pretty good. Didn't what's his name do that? The voice?
Yes.
Keith?
Yeah.
Keith David.
Keith David.
I'm pretty sure like one of Spawn's friends was like from like a ghetto guy or something. Like there was what you would call racial stereotypes. The issue with Blade was that they wanted to replace Blade and pass on his mantle to a daughter or some other female sidekick.
No.
Wesley Snipes was going to reprise his role, but when he saw they just wanted to replace him, he said no. That's when they got Masahala Ali on board to be the new Blade.
No,
it was still Blade
lying.
passes the torch to Girl Boss that no one wanted.
What
That's when it was in production hell for years.
He's lying. He's lying.
Yeah. Or he's just misinformed.
Yeah.
The best part about this video versus what Eric said about the topic years ago is that now he basically gets to say, "See, told you so."
Oh. You sweet fucking summer child.
Everyone wants to be famous, but nobody wants to put in the work.
Oh, you fuckers. I hate everyone here now. This is more infuriating than him talking.
I'm telling you, like, his audience is retarded.
Yeah. Whew.
Reasons that outlive like some sort of news cycle. You've got to get over asking.
TJ says Spawn literally turned a grand wizard into a black man so he can get lynched by his own people, Lamau. So yeah, there definitely was racial stereotypes in Spawn.
Others and begging others for access to their resources. This is why it trips me out when I hear people say, "Oh,
Dude,
they're not."
I don't understand
allegations. Well, how about you create your own thing?
Fuck you! I want to work Batman. All these writers want to work fucking. All these writers, like, I want to work Batman. Everyone wants to work fucking Batman. Like, what is he talking about? Like, yeah, it's like they want to work on these fucking characters. They want to work Green Lantern. People, you guys love those characters. A lot of
you mean Hal Jordan? Or do you mean John Stewart?
Only Guy Gardner.
Oh, like it doesn't matter. The point is, you know how all those writers that are writing.
No, you know what?
They grew up loving those characters. They want to work on them.
Liam, how do you feel about them replacing the ginger Guy Gardner with a non-gingy?
Yeah,
they took your character. They took your representation away from you.
They do it all the time. They usually make them black. Most gingers.
They did. Didn't they make them John Stewart after that?
Yeah.
Aaron Pierre.
It happens all the time. It's a constant struggle.
Sorry you lost Barbara recently.
Well, you know that the original gingers were black, right?
Are you gonna give
the original? If you want to talk the original gingers, they were ruling Egypt, so
they were black.
Well, I mean, you're getting me into a complicated situation where there's nothing I can say good or bad here. I mean, anything I say is going to be able to get twisted.
See, this is a Medium article. It says gingers are black,
Oh
welcoming
my
all our
God,
red
stop.
velvet cousins to the
That
cooking.
awkward silence was because he was looking shit up.
The connection between people with red hair and black individuals is undeniable. In my small collection of close friends, 3 of them are redheaded women. So when social media recently started saying that gingers are black, I did not question it. I don't wish to do the research. I want it to be true. I accepted that all gingers originate from a mutation in a black woman's genes long ago. I agree. Don't ask for proof. So you're literally the blackest black there is, Liam. You're so black you turned white. And
yeah, I've been trying to tell people that, you know.
I've been trying to tell people.
We was
That's how all
gingies
this
and
started,
shit.
by the way. Just Liam trying to tell people.
I didn't like how Liam said black. So there you go. We all learned a little something. We're all a little more racially knowledgeable.
Sensitive.
Yeah. A little wiser. Yeah.
Back to Eric.
Maybe Liam could get some reparations now.
I am the White July.
Worry about other folks doing stuff for you in the first place.
40 acres and a kangaroo.
Put out a video about black hair.
And it came. Recently, I did this video and it blew up a little bit, so I'm gonna make another video.
I don't even understand what he like the point with Blade and all that shit. Like,
because again, he's saying that you, as a creator, just want black characters, but you don't want to actually make your own black characters. You want to make other people's characters black, so that way you can get the resources from the mainstream to make your black character black, so that way you can be cool with the white people who
also.
want stuff.
Blade wasn't pop like Blade got the whole comic book shit popping. It was X-Men, right? But it was like Blade came before, so people give that one props. But that movie was not like advertised as a fucking comic book movie at all. It was a Wesley Snipes action vampire movie. Like it was like no one knew about like the legacy of fucking Blade. It was.
All right, we're gonna skip Eric July's follow-up video because it's gonna be more of the same hibbity jibbity. I told you. And also, I'm gonna skip. We have a video from your boy Zach, but that's 19 minutes, and he's claiming that Rippaverse is going out of business. I don't think that's the case, right?
Well, I'm gonna head out. I'm actually hungry. I gotta eat something.
I thought you wanted to stay for the Isom animated short. You want to see the Isom?
All right, fine. God damn it, you drive a hard bargain. All right, let's do it.
Ice cream.
The
Ice Cream Man. That bombed huge, by the way. $2 million.
So here it is. Isom animated short with commentary. Rippaverse 110.
Yeah.
Rippaverse Studio.
I want to hear this commentary. By the way, if you watch my episode, I'm in the commentary with one of the actors and Robert Tabbert, the producer that started all with Raimi.
Director's commentary?
Yep.
I've only ever watched the director's commentary for one movie, and that was Super Troopers, and it is fucking hilarious.
You need to watch it. Okay, I know another one that you need to watch and you'll love. The Cannibal the musical. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are getting drunk in the middle of commentary, and by the end of it, it's just Trey Parker yelling about his ex-girlfriend. It's fucking awesome.
I have never even watched that movie. So
oh yeah, great movie. Spadoinkle Day. I love that movie.
Here it is, Rippaverse Studios. You ready? You excited for this huge trailer? Man, they really have to pack in extra shit here, huh? #1 animated short.
Oh my god, that's hideous. That's a hideous design pattern.
I want to know, does this count in the seconds for the animated short? Like all this is like,
oh yeah, they're
yeah.
They're padding the time. This music sucks.
Character intro. Wow.
True, TJ. Nice hat came from Cannibal the Musical. True. Sir, who you fighting?
That's Eric?
Who is he fighting?
Hey guys,
That was it. That was the short.
Who is he fighting?
No one. It's a little character intro.
But what's he warming up for? Who's he punching?
Nothing. It's basically like you just selected Isom. And then he gives you a little.
It's a character select.
What's funny about this? Here's
how
the funny
hard
part.
it is.
You see how it's all gray, right?
Why was he crying?
Mm-hmm.
So the background is all one single color, gray, because it's supposed to be smoke. But they did that to save money. Like he literally cheaped out on the animation. Like even more so than
yeah.
regular. Like remember the other animations at least had like buildings and shit in the background where they were fighting, right? Like this is all just basically a white screen, right?
Whoa! Calm down.
Because you see, look how the ground comes out of nowhere. There is no ground, right? Look at those frames. He literally goes from here to here. Like the animation even skips frames. You got this, that.
Fuck this, man. What a fucking.
Do me a favor. I don't know.
Get out of this.
Is this on highest? I'm gonna be a pest. Go back to the beginning. Just let me.
Oh no, you didn't even put it in a good setting.
Yeah. Please just.
Tony, bad faith. In good faith. Bring that back. Is that him doing it? Is that his voice?
That's Eric doing the voiceover. Yeah,
it is. Eric, were you on a mic and you were like,
You see how it's just like Isom? Like he's trying to do like the Marvel token, Marvel fucking like Capcom like character select screen. Isom.
This is so lame, Eric. You got to understand, no one's going to think this is cool, and you don't have a good story.
What are you talking about? I bet you I go to the comments and they all think it's cool.
Wow.
So again,
no lie, Eric. I had to duck at one point because I thought he was going to hit me.
See, look. It goes from
What the fuck am I
here
going to say to this?
to here to here to here. And again, that ground is not connected to anything. You can see.
Yeah, it's.
You know what? These retards are so like anti every media thing, and they probably don't watch anything. They probably would be impressed by this because they haven't seen anything in the last 10 years and shit.
Now look again. Look at Isom's head. Right, it's right here, and in the next shot, it's down here. They're skipping frames. This is how you cheat with animation. You don't animate every single frame, right?
But isn't it also to convey speed?
I'm trying to count frames per second, but it's a bit hard because you keep pausing it. Like, sorry.
No, it is paused. I'm just going with the one frame.
Yeah. No.
All right. So what is he going to say to this? Oh, I hope you enjoyed that.
He's going to give you the commentary.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. Let me hear this motherfucker LARPer talk about this shit.
Man, they animated more frames of the fucking...
The Rock.
The Rock's coming forward.
They have to. You have to because of the motion. It'd look stiff, like it'd look really.
No,
choppy.
I'm saying they animated more of the Rocks coming forward than Isom. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I'm telling you. Like they can cheat with Isom. You can't cheat with the Rocks
because they're trying to convey speed. So I could actually give them leeway towards that. It's just like, what's the point of this? Who cares? How do you get off on this? Like, what are you getting out of this? Nothing. It's a character screen for a video game I can't play.
And it says Rippaverse Studios. Yeah. You got the watermark. I don't think it's for video game. I think this is like a character introduction, and maybe he's gonna try to like turn it.
I know it's not, but that's what it looks like.
No,
so
I think he is. I think what I'm saying is it wasn't supposed to be. But I think he's going to try to double up with like, oh, we can now use this as a character select screen.
Think about that.
Yeah. What you know what? We should make our own video game, right?
I already got the War Girls one going.
Do you? What is it? A beat 'em up? Was it?
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up. I did the music video for it already.
That's lame. It should have been a fucking like a Guitar Hero. It's War Girl. They're a fucking band.
I know.
It's right there.
I want them to beat up shit and zombies and stuff. They'll use their instruments. They'll be like karaoke shit like the Yakuza games. There's part where you have to press this to do a song. I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna get my contacts. I'm gonna reach out and we're gonna see about getting a Frogman video game.
Hell, man, dude, fucking, I'm not bitching. I am bitching. Fuck it, like one of my artists is now changing their pen name. Because people have been fucking hassling them under the last pen name that they're using for me because they did work for me. I gotta go. I'll talk to you in a bit, guys. Fucking hell.
Bye. Hey, don't harass pen names.
The real Isom will be pissed if they see that Eric has brought the crucifix back to Isom's costume design.
Even actual AI slop is better quality. Oh yeah, because this is nothing. I've seen like some AI stuff actually tell a story. I think yours is a prime example of that. Like,
what game were you thinking of making, Tony? I'm gonna get someone to make us a beat 'em up. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do
that's
it.
That's why you don't want War Girls to be a beat 'em up, so you could be the only beat 'em up in town. Fuck you.
That's right. We're gonna. I got someone on the phone right now. I'm calling my contacts in Japan. You know, I got fucking Nintendo on speed dial, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I also got those arcade 1-up guys. I can call the arcade 1-up guys right now.
You also know the Amico guy.
I can't call him up though. He won't answer my call.
You tell him I'll leave you alone if you just because I know it's not. You know it's not coming out, right? So you say, hey, okay, can you say there's a Frogman game in your fucking Amico from now on? Like, and I'll leave you alone. And then he's always saying, oh yeah, we got this Frogman game, even though you both know it's not coming out. Like, that's great.
No.
Hey guys, you just watched our first animated short, part of our first ever crowdfund through Rippaverse. That's one of 10.
Not if
and
they
as you
blinked,
saw,
they
it's in the
didn't.
form
They blinked.
They didn't see
of
shit.
a character intro. And while we were developing these, we realized there were some cool ways to make them multi-purpose.
See, I told you, multi-purpose. He's gonna parlay that into video game.
Instead of just making animations just for the sake of animation, what if we use them as a fun theorization of the one medium you ask us about?
A fun theorization. I don't even think that's a word. Is a theorization a word?
No. No, I don't think so.
The most gaming. So that's what we're doing. The first half of those 10 animations that we promised you will look like what you just
watched. That was
watched.
like Fallout.
2D style.
Like a new town or...
You've seen from us. We've even dabbled a little bit in 3-dimensional stuff. We'll have some more information about that. But the second half will be in the form of 2D sprites. And look, I'll be fully transparent with you all. We have been approached about collaborating on games, but the stars just haven't aligned.
We have been approached with collaborating on games. If someone called you up, Eric, was like, hey, we want to put Isom in a game, what fucking stars need to align? You just say yes. If someone right now was like, hey, we want to put you, yes. You want to put Frogman? Yes.
Can we just appreciate the fact that when he said the stars are aligned, the person in the back put graphics of him in space? Like, that's fucking
the editor is like
that's great. This guy's working overtime. This is great. That's hilarious stuff. Fortunately, the stars didn't align. He's lost in space. It's beautiful.
He's so full of shit. Like, again, how could the stars? He didn't say like we fell out or we couldn't come to an agreement. The stars didn't align, as if like that guy got busy or like some other team took over or I was out of the country when that happened. Like that's when stars don't align, right? Like you not coming to agreement is not stars not aligning.
Deals haven't quite made sense.
Deals haven't quite made sense. Eric, someone's asking to put your characters in a video game. Yes. You can always make another one. That's like you're so fucking retarded.
He's retarded. Get the experience, see what they have to do, and say and get the experience.
No experience. Just you want my characters? Give me money. Here you go. They make a game. It doesn't matter if it flops or it fucking does great because you then make another one. You know how many the X-Men game we talked about earlier from the NES is not going to affect the fucking new Logan game. Like that game is shit. That is one of the worst fucking video games on the Nintendo. Is the fucking X-Men game? Okay, it is fucking crap. Man. Okay, but the arcade game did good because that's a good game. So even if you make a crappy game, even if you license your shit out into a crappy fucking studio and makes a crappy game, it's gonna have no effect on you or your ability to fucking license your characters out to a good game. Right? So just fucking do it. Here's money. It's not like he's like, hey, I want to put your characters in a porn game or something. Then I can see you go, yeah, no, right? But like, even if it's a crappy beat 'em up or a crappy fighting game or whatever, just fucking take the money. What? Like, someone wants to give you money and you keep telling them no, Eric. Like, are you retarded?
If he denies the porn game, that's such an insult to Sturgis. He'd be so offended.
The Gooner game. Yeah. Where's Mrs. July? I think I'd have more luck talking to Mrs. July. Like, do you understand
why this is stupid? And she's like, I've been trying to tell him, but you know,
I could have chose the right numbers to win the lottery, but the stars didn't align. not quite aligning them stars.
So rather than sit around waiting on somebody else, we figured we'd engage our community and see if it's something that we can do ourselves.
He's going to try to crowdfund. He's going to try to charge people to make a fucking video.
He sounded nervous when he said this, by the way.
So we reopened the animation fund with new stretch goals, new characters,
new stretch goals. Did you, Eric? Those are the old stretch goals. You said new stretch goals, but those are the old stretch goals, and I'm sure that the
I can't believe people are He showed 30 seconds of an animated thing and he's trying to get a video.
Dude, it wasn't even 30 seconds. What are you talking about?
You're right. Sorry.
It was like 10 seconds.
10 seconds of a thing. He's trying to get a whole fucking game out of that. And he thinks
he's still I'm at the fucking website.
Dude.
There still isn't any new fucking goals on this thing. He keeps talking about new goals. These are the old goals. There is no new goals, Eric.
Stages, new animations, all
new characters, new stages, new Eric,
you don't have anything.
So he wants. So one of the if you understand anything about this, a stage is just a background, like the smoke stage that he just showed, right?
Yeah.
Like you could literally make that like one fucking thing, one static image, like a fucking street, and then your characters are moving. They're the animated part. The other part is the static part in the background.
Static, yeah.
And you're going to charge you like, oh, we need to hit a certain goal to make a single frame of animation to put behind the characters. I could do that in fucking Chat GPT in like 13 seconds.
Put it on by the backers. If we don't hit those goals, well, no harm done.
No harm done. If we don't hit those goals, I just take your money, so it's okay.
I just take your money.
But we still had fun, and you still
had fun, guys.
You fucker. You fucker.
You still had fun.
Wasn't it fun how you gave me your money? Wasn't that a great time? Hope we do it again sometime. What a fucker.
Remember, you them people out there want to be begging for money.
Oh, that's a flim flam, bro, for sure.
Got to see what this could look like. But if we do hit.
And again, like you didn't even show anything. Like your game is not going to look like that.
Yeah, it's not. Like it was cuts. It was like it was zooming in and out. That would be a cutscene. Go ahead.
There is no game that looks like a fighting game or a beat 'em up is not going to look like an animated. That's like a cutscene from it, like an intro.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That seemed like a cutscene. That wasn't like a look at the game. That wasn't
like your game is not going to look like that. If he shows fucking pixel art, it's still not going to be what your game looks like because a game engine doesn't run like an animation. There's different frames. Like there.
No, he's retarded. But or he really is like grifting so hard, and he knows his fans are retarded.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he doesn't actually understand how video games are made, and also his fans are retarded, so he can just say anything and they'll just.
Yeah, he knows he's a little bit of shit. Like he probably had meetings with like video game, and he didn't understand what the fuck they were telling him. He was like, no, and then he's like, it's really complicated.
Again, there wouldn't be no meetings. They would just go to him to go, hey, Eric, we want to make a fighting game with your characters. That would be the extent of the meeting, right?
But don't you go over there and like talk to them or something? I don't know. I assume
because it's a licensing thing. They would be asking to license the characters. We want to make a beat 'em up with your characters. What do you charge for licensing? I don't do licensing. So if you want to be partners on this and we can work together, no.
There's still creative meetings though. It's like the Halloween. There's like Halloween Horror Nights commercials, right? It's like there's this year's Halloween Horror Nights is they're doing a Hellraiser, right? There's still meetings being had with Clive Barker, even though this is just a Halloween's Horror Night thing. Like creatives, like they get involved with shit like that.
But that's Clive Barker, who's like famous. I can understand like him wanting to be like getting involved and like them agreeing to that. Again, if I'm like a studio, and again, I'm not thinking it's even a big studio, right? Even a small studio is like, hey, we could make some money by making an ISOM beat 'em up. They would contact Eric first and like, hey, are you interested in licensing your characters for video games? Sure, let's take a meeting. And they go, we would like to make a beat 'em up with your characters. Then Eric immediately would go, okay, so how much control do I have over the story? And they'd be like, no, like we just want, like we're gonna give you money, and then we make the game, and we just put your guys instead of generic guys, it's your guys. You're like, but I want to have control over. So you got to make sure that item falls into a card. Like, no, Eric, that's not how it works, Eric. Like,
it's like, how do we MMO this?
So you gonna make it an MMO fighting open world strategy RPG game? And you're like, no.
Make sure you get the driving mechanics right. Oh, Eric, stop.
Yeah, is it gonna be on PlayStation 6 or is it gonna be on the new Xbox? Like,
we keep it in mind that Sony is going straight digital. Please, he's going like, leave.
No
Physical, physical, less physical.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they would just go like, "Hey, we want to license this, right? We're gonna make games. We like to license it." And that, because video games are different from other forms of media, right? Because you license the characters and then they decide what to do with them later. Like, okay, now we have Dragon Ball. Let's make an RPG. Let's make a fighting game. Let's make a fucking visual novel or whatever the hell. Like that's later on. Like, because there's the acquisition of licensing, right? And then there's the development of games. Sometimes they'll go, hey, we acquired this license, slap it onto this game we're already making, right?
This is so the word Eric hates nuanced, like already. Eric already just went.
Because again, it's not like if you license it for an animation, obviously you're going to animate the story, or you're going to it's a set, like it is a set thing. A movie is a movie. There's only so much you can do with it. Whereas video games, we could be doing a fucking Oculus Rift game. We could be first person ISOM, right?
True.
If I say a fighting game, what does that mean to you? Right? A fighting game, you might be thinking Street Fighter. I might be thinking Mortal Kombat. Someone else might be thinking Tekken, right? Those are all fighting games, but they're all done in different styles. They have different fucking ratings and different rules and different mechanics, right? I could see 100% Eric going, make sure it has a super meter. Like, no, like we're just a small studio who wants to make a small little indie game, right? Like real basic.
Mm-hmm.
We come out of it with real usable assets for whatever kind of game this ends up being.
Real usable assets. I would be pissed if I gave money to this and then instead of getting animations that are cool, he's making animations in pixel art style so he could reuse it for a potential project. That's like, no, that's not why I gave you money. So you could like parlay that into something else, right?
I don't even think they know why they gave him money.
Because he's black.
Gaming is what you all want.
Are they really
from us?
Want
and
like
it's
30 seconds of that? Even if that was 30 seconds, that one of him, it still is like him just punching air and shit. Like, who cares?
No, they want gaming. They told him, Eric, we want a game.
Arguably the best medium for really seeing these characters.
Anything but a good story, I guess.
He said, Eric July just said that video games is arguably the best medium for really seeing these characters interact.
In his comic book,
his comic book characters would best interact in video game medium.
Why weren't they video games to begin with, you fucking retard? He really, like, people know, like, this happened today. Again, I'm not going to give any example, but like, people really like disrespect the actual medium that they're trying to like champion all the time when they do shit like this. What a fucking idiot.
And again, like, actually, like, video games are not, depending on what you're trying to do with those characters, like, you're limited. A video game is limited by the money and ability of the programmers, whereas a comic book is limited by your imagination.
Yeah. Oh, it could be from the talent too that you happen to be working with, but still.
Yeah, but so you go like a book. A book is like unlimited. Like whatever you write, you could, whatever you imagine, you could write it down, right? And then a comic book would be next. Like you said, like you're limited. But like if you got to find an artist who can draw the things that you're coming up with, but you're not limited in that way, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a video game, now you are limited because you could dream up a game that has 100 levels, but can you afford to produce 100 levels? Can you afford to create all those assets? You know how long it's going to take for all that?
Everyone wants to be Grand Theft Auto 6, Eric. Trust me.
Yeah. you begging to be Grand Theft Auto 6, Eric, instead of just doing your own thing.
Yeah, doing your own thing.
Why don't you make your own?
No, but it kind of blows my mind. Like, he had this idea. He loved, supposedly the whole story is he loves comics so much. So he came up with this comic book story. Like, he literally made these characters for a comic, something that he said he wanted to do. That was the intent. And now he's saying, actually, they're actually probably better in video games. It's like, this is weird.
Wow, he's only got 33 comments on this. So this only has 1,800 views. This is what I'm saying. Eric July's video, hey, black creators, stop begging, you honky liberals, right? That 36,000. Hey, here's the animation that you paid for and you wanted, 1,800.
Yeah, you suck, bro. This means you suck. By your own metrics on how you use like all this business and numbers and stupid shit, and that means your stories are good. This means they're not good, right? Your own standard.
Like they whenever he did that, like when he did it on his channel where he was like, hey, we're going to talk about the latest Rippaverse shit, the numbers always tanked. Like his fans legitimately would watch him argue about fucking, the president or something. And when it came to like, here's my characters, like they would like just tune out. They wouldn't fucking care.
Look, it's right next to it's the live stream where he did that too. 3 day, 1.3. Next to it, the whole live stream, Rippaverse animation and gaming chat, it's the 1.3. The live stream itself. This is just, yeah. So like the whole thing sucks. No one cares, even the live stream.
So it's 10 seconds. There's a video where it's just the animation, right? Because this is the commentary. This is just the animation video. Isom is animated.
This is embarrassing.
It's 9 seconds. It's not even 10 whole seconds. Like it's just under 10 seconds.
So it's a 9-second clip.
No, this is the clip. This is the same clip, but without the commentary and all the other shit. This is the Rippaverse Isom is animated. It's 9 seconds. I think it's a little more than 9.
By the way, he doesn't know what commentary he didn't express like, hey, we went to these people, we wanted to talk to this. He didn't talk about the actual clip. He was just trying to fucking grift. Yeah. What a fucking idiot.
Man, I wish I could get.
So this has 1,500 views, which I don't think this is terrible, right? And here's why it's terrible. It's a 9-second clip, which means out of those 1,500 views, it's probably people watching it over and over again because it's 9 fucking seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you get out of this?
It's 9 seconds and not a short.
Well, because it's not a short, because it's not vertical.
Impressive.
So here's the comments. Impressive. Did you voice him?
Yes.
I did. He did voice him, guys.
Cool,
man.
You should write.
Out of curiosity, did you match Avery's movements while recording the exertions? Yes. Ha ha ha. Awesome. I've had done the same thing. Eric July was in the.
These guys are such retards, man.
Clip. He was in the studio.
Because he saw fucking Hugh Jackman do it as Logan. Because he saw Hugh Jackman do it as Logan. Haha, I did. I'm a real actor.
Awesome. Dope. Level
tubular.
Up.
Right, tubular.
Fucking badass. Looks like a Marvel Rivals character.
Cool.
This looks pretty epic. Well done to the entire team involved.
No one wrote 9 seconds, motherfucker.
Loving it.
Not one
Rippaverse Rivals when? The lack of animation frames. Not sure if the right terminology generally hurt my brain. Thank you. This guy, the first one that pointed out the lack of animation frames. You should go to the doctor and get that checked out. Also, the term you're looking for is frame rate. No, actually, like the lack of animation frames is the definition for frame rate. So you know.
Well,
beauty.
You need to get your eyes checked then, Tony.
Let go. I think he meant let's go. Let go. By the way, I'm wondering if any of the animation in the intro would be used as a special attack. Or are they going to come up with more? And I wonder how long he took to make.
I hate everyone.
My guess is when he says catch street.
These are they're splitting the atom, TJ. Look at them.
Where can I watch this? Where can I watch? You're watching it. This is where you can. His audience is so retarded that they don't understand that this is the only thing that it is.
This is what it is. Yeah. You're watching it.
Dope.
You best believe in ghost stories. You're in one.
Pretty cool stuff. You better start believing in grifter stories.
Yeah, that I know.
You're funding one. Is it AI?
Look at 4 comments. People are pissed. Of course not, you fucker. Fuck
Of
you.
course not. As Eric said above, they've done animated trailers years, but he didn't say anything above. There's nothing above.
That's what he said above.
Avery Silman comes to life in the first Rippaverse animation show.
Maybe you meant above, like God above, like they pray to Eric.
Scrolling back down.
Eric above.
No. And we've done several animations in this style.
Pre-AI. You're the goat, Eric.
Goat. Nice.
Say, hey, you should tell them, hey, that's kind of retarded. You could make it way cheaper with AI now.
I mean, it's bad. Like, you're skipping animation frames, and it's still not good.
You know, AI could fix that. Low. I don't hear him.
Can you hear it?
No.
Damn it.
WTF, dog.
No. Sometimes when you change tabs, like, StreamYard's like, you know what? We're just going to stop sharing your audio. We're just not going to share it anymore.
But you
it's tired of Eric too.
From us, and it's arguably the best medium for really seeing these characters interact and really come to life. And in a perfect world, man, we'd be
Perp's cracking me up, muttering, "I hate everyone."
No, that's my version. Like, I feel, that when Ethan says I'm in hells because he's dealing with, like, I kind of feel that a lot of the times when I hear some of these people talk. It's like, this is fucking hell, man. Holy shit.
Be doing comics. That would be the foundation for the Rippaverse, and the games will be right behind them. So
the comics are Eric July, this piece of fucking shit who complained that people were making comic books in order to spin them off into other things like video games and movies and shit, and how the Rippaverse was going to be different, just admitted that he's making the comics to be the foundation so he can make video games, which is what he really wants to do. He doesn't want to make comics. He wants to make video games. He's making the comics as the foundation, so you have characters that already exist. Instead of just making original video games with original characters and then doing that, he's making the comic books so that way he has the quote-unquote foundation. He's literally doing the thing that he bitched and moaned about Marvel and DC doing.
Yeah.
But his fans won't recognize that.
I mean, did you see them?
Head over to Rippaverse.
You saw that comment section.
Rippaverse.com.
Head over to Rippaverse.com.
Or the Rippaverse campaign and check out the new milestones.
They're not there. Eric, you keep saying that. This is like the third video where he said there's new milestones and they're not fucking there.
Check it out.
He even showed the old milestones on the video. So this one has
check them out.
This has 1.8 views. The 9-second short had 1.5, which means he has more views on the longer video explaining it than just the shorter video. People rather hear him talk than actually watch the animated trailer.
Of course. Their daddy, of course.
All right, so we're gonna go through these, and then that'll be the end of the show.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm starving, bro. I want to go.
It says 2 fire 100. Yes, 1 comics, 2 digital comics, 3 gaming, 4 action figures. Ooh, I want to help. I can draw.
Woo woo! I want to help. I can draw.
Can't wait to see my girl in action.
Who's he talking about? Isom?
Yaira, I guess.
No, Isom. Go ahead.
Red Roof.
I love the animation style of the short. I want a salvage point and click adventure game. Pixel art. Now we're just making requests. That would be sick.
That would be sick, bro.
Eric, why would that be sick, you fucking retard? Point and click adventure games have gone the way of the fucking dodo. No one makes point and click adventure games anymore unless it's a weird fucking indie project that is a fucking point and click adventure game, okay? Point and click adventure games don't exist. They were a fucking product of the time because of the limitations of PC gaming back in the day. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to point and click anymore. You can literally move the character around anywhere you want and look at anything you want. You can fucking have hands-on where you go and fucking in-depth and search the fucking area. You don't need to do point and click. That's fucking retarded. That's like saying I want to make a fucking black and white video game. I want to make a green. I want to make a fucking black and green video game for the hell of it because I missed the Game Boy.
I mean,
I mean, that would be retarded, but it would also be sick.
Not only that, but I also wanted to like stutter and like chug along because I really miss when I used to play the old games.
Give me the Virtual Boy. Give me some red. Give me red and headaches.
No, remember on the NES when there was too many characters on the screen and the game would slow down massively?
Yeah.
I want that in all the games still. Like, just bring that back.
Yeah.
You know, when there's like 4 characters on the screen and then the game just can't handle it and like everything's like moving and like fucking do that, Eric.
Did you guys see, this is probably old news, but did you guys see that someone made a functional Game Boy with different games inside Minecraft?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, using like all blocks and stuff from Minecraft. Isn't that insane? Like, how would you have the time?
Liam, I saw someone get Doom running on a pregnancy test.
Whoa, hold on. Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Doom runs on everything, but a pregnancy test is to stick your piss on, isn't it?
They have like
He's gonna
more
look it up.
ones.
Hey, I gotta get going. Sorry, man.
Okay.
I couldn't last.
Oh,
But
wait,
this was fun, though. It was fun. Chat, be good. Everyone, be good. Stay. All right, I'll finish later.
Yeah.
So here you go. Doom running on a pregnancy test.
Your pregnancy tests have fucking screens on them? What
Yeah.
the fuck? What the actual fuck?
I mean, it's hard to see if you're not like up close like
I
me.
can see it. I can see the hand doing the move. What makes you shoot at everything? Like, how do you...
Well, it's running. I don't think it's playable. I think that's the difference. I think it's just running the attract mode right now.
Okay. Holy shit. And you're fucking these weird science fucking glowing fucking baby detectors. Like, fucking America, man. Like, I bet you I would just step off the plane. I'm walking into Futurama land. Like, what the fuck?
They run Doom on human brain neurons. I'm not joking. Look it up. Yeah.
I'm used to seeing just a little white on a pregnancy test. It's meant to be just like a little white card-looking thing with 2 lines on it, or like 1 line, and then they piss on it, another line appears.
Yeah, I mean that's the old-fashioned ones. They have like more. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a more advanced pregnancy. It's like a digital reader and everything. Yo, this is sick. This looks great. Well done to the entire team involved. Isn't that the same comment from the other fucking video?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. We need an Isom 2D animated TV show first and then the Isom game second because he is the flagship character. That sound effects was pretty as fuck. That sound effect, I think you meant special effects. Game sprites. Not gonna lie, playing Marvel Token has got me wondering about how hype a Rippaverse fighting game would be. If that game gets made, day one Yaira main right here. I love like these people are like, this would be awesome. Why would it be awesome? Because it's Isom, and Isom is just awesome. Everything's just awesome about Isom. We better get an Alpha Core triple moveset finishing special for each of them. You know, like these people are so retarded. Like all this shit could be on fucking Mugen by the end of the week if they really wanted to, right? Like they know that, right?
Oh.
Like you guys know what Mugen is, right?
No.
Am I the only fucking real gamer here?
I know what Mugen is. I'm just working at the same time. I'm like, I have to like unmute myself and come over, and my wife's here now. So, but it's like, yeah, Mugen is a video game that was basically where you put in every single character imaginable, from like Peter Griffin to Optimus Prime. It was a whole adaptation of a bunch of like sort of Street Fighter characters originally, and started out with like Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, if I remember, and then they started adding extra things. It's the coolest shit ever, but it's so like Mexicani and junky that it'll never have any sort of official support or release or anything like that.
Oh,
Right?
I mean, because it has an official release. Mugen has official, but it's generic.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of it is like to, like you said, add a bunch of other characters in, right?
Yeah.
Because it is adaptable. I mean, Karate Man is like the main Mugen guy, and then he had all those fucking controversies.
What controversies? I didn't know anything about those.
Oh, he's cheating on his wife. He was messing around with his other chick. Maybe he did some
Karate Man, not Karate Man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, I suppose that's one reason to talk about him over Ryu, I guess.
Yeah, hold on. I got a good. Here you go. Here's Mugen. The Mask versus Jumba.
What the fuck?
And that's obviously the Street Fighter stage.
Yeah.
There's no limit. I mean, literally, you could just do anything in Mugen. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they could make all those characters in that fucking. But they don't, because they don't. No one cares. Like, Mugen puts everything. Like, you can find every fucking character. Like like they have fucking Peter Griffin, they have the chicken, you know, Powerpuff Girls. Any character you could think of is probably in a Mugen game somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so adaptable. You can download characters and add them to your rosters and stuff, right?
I will pay $100 cash in hand to whoever makes Liam Gray a Mugen fighter. Go for. I want my own Mugen guy. I want to be able to play myself. The ultimate narcissist dream, right? Like, yeah, someone go make me a Liam Mugen.
I want Ingrid to have a special combo called Miranda Rights, where she does that takedown she did in Alpha Core 1 while reading the opponent their rights. If I could pick a Rippaverse character to star in their own game, I choice Bloodruth or the Horseman. Fire, fire, fire. So, does it confirm that Isom has Earth powers? Guys, this is someone who's a fan of the Rippaverse, apparently, enough to watch this and leave a comment that doesn't even know what Isom's powers are. We're like 5 years in, and there's still people that are quote-unquote Rippaverse fans that don't know what Isom's powers are. They think he maybe has Earth powers. He's an Earthbender.
He's got Jesus powers.
I think it's super strength to a level he can split solid ground, like a DBZ character. Or it could be Earth powers, laughing. This other guy also doesn't know what Isom's powers are. He's a fucking peeker. It's in Isom 3. Did no one read the comics? There's no one's reading the comics, right? Like, we've now established that. That is a character intro. Thankfully, no frame rates. Next problem. What will be the game genre dabbled for this? There's so much potential for gaming with the Rippaverse. Any type of game is possible due to how diverse the genres are in Rippaverse comics. Is he retarded? Like, these people are so fucking dumb. You could literally make any game, any genre of game you could make with literally any character of anything. Like they make it sound like the Rippaverse has some sort of advantage over like Marvel. Like, oh man, Rippaverse has a diverse genre of comic books, so they can make more games than Marvel could. No, Marvel could literally make any sort of game. Anything can make any sort of game. They've made horror games. Five Nights at Freddy's is about animatronic horror things. And then they made like a friendly game of Five Nights at Freddy's. They made an RPG. You could literally take any character and put it into any game if you're fucking creative enough, right? I feel like I'm getting overly mad for this.
Yeah.
There's a game where you're fucking farm and make hamburgers. You can do anything. Yeah. Hidden was onto something earlier. These people do sound like children. I know, right? Every character just has so much potential. We are so here, Boudet. Choose your character. Horseman all the way. Sheesh. Yaira. Let's go. I cannot wait for the Rinalinen. The real what? Same here. Hopefully it looks as good as this. Awesome. I mean, awesome. Fantastic. These all sound like bot comments. Like they have a very like the longer comments sound like they're real, but like some of these other ones are just like dope. Like they have a feel of like bot comments, right? These are all backroom versions of disabled people. Damn, perp. All right, everybody, we're going to take off. I hope you enjoyed it. Man, we didn't get through any of this because we went on a weird tangent that was way more fun than talking about Rippaverse. So I guess we'll come back to this playlist I got going on Monday and see if we can knock out a few more Eric July videos. It definitely is a slog. But until next time, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.